Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Night Lights. It is CMS Esports in STEM League, and it is Week 7 in the booth with me. As always, it's Discounts. How are you today,
Week 7, Wednesday Night Lights. I'm always excited to be here.
Absolutely. We have Rocket League action ahead. As we mentioned, I actually recorded a piece with Charlie earlier today where we're getting hyped up for the playoffs that'll happen here in just a bit too, man. And there's so much talent going in.
Yeah, I mean, this is where you make it or break it. I mean, this is it. You need to give it your all and see if you can sneak in the playoffs for some teams. Some teams are already there. They already feel like they already got their spot. But the others, they're going to have to bring their A game here in Week 7.
Yeah, in fact, all of the undefeated teams that we have so far are Kel, JT Williams, part of that equation too. So those two already solidified their spots. We also have Huff in the top 4 to round that out too. We'll get into the matchups that we have here tonight because there won't be 2 undefeated teams after tonight.
No, and that's what, as soon as you said that, I got goosebumps because I already saw the lineup. So I already know those two are going to be playing each other a little bit later tonight.
And we'll get into the schedule in just a bit. But first, of course, we have to kick it off with our national anthem. Time to kick it off here tonight. We got Rocket League action coming at you, but first let's check out the matchups all the way throughout this broadcast on the main channel first. We'll kick it off here with Independence facing off with Butler. Here at the 5 o'clock game, we've got Rocky River facing off with East Mech. Hopewell and Philip O'Berry happens after that. And then we get into business, Mr. Discounts.
Yes.
It is Ardrey Kell facing off with JT Williams here on this channel.
Yeah, and then, I mean, after that great game, we also have another great game after that, and that's South Mech versus Olympic, another, 2 top teams that need to get this win, and that's going to be at 8 o'clock tonight.
And it's one of the things we were talking about as well is the threshold between a 4th seed and a 5th seed going in. You know, the 5th seeds, they have to play an extra match in order to get into the LAN scenario, to get in that top 8 equation where you then advance to the CMS LAN. So you automatically do if you're in that top 4. And for South Mech, as you can see here at number 5, they need to work their way into that. Sure, you've played Ardrey Kell and JT Williams, but you're still sitting at 4 and 2. And you want to make that next step up. They're definitely capable. But that means that Huff controls their own destiny here. They can really push through with a more heavy, positive, results here late in the season and actually hold South Mech off and force them to play a play-in match.
Yeah, and then so that brings you to South Mech needs to win tonight. Olympic is another one that's, the 3 seed that needs to hold their spot to stay in that top 5 range. But obviously, you got those teams that aren't in the playoffs yet or not in that range, and, a win could get them in. So this is why it gets more exciting as the weeks go on.
That's right. And also we have the B stream going on as well, which features the rest of the amazing teams that we have here in the CMS Esports League as well. So that can be found just by typing an extra B into your URL, aka CMS Esports League B. And you'll find our sister stream over there, Palisades in West Charlotte facing off. We got Mallard Creek versus CEEC or Charlotte Engineering. North Mech and Harding, they've had their struggles, but looking to find a win here, it would be very good for the morale. And then Virtual versus Garinger. Garinger looking to continue in the positive fashion, would be a good opportunity to do that here tonight. And then Providence will be the one challenging Huff tonight. So Huff doesn't have it too easy with that Providence matchup there to finish us off here for tonight.
No, I mean, Providence is a great team. They fight each and every week, and, you know, they put up a fight against whoever they're playing. So Huff will need to bring their A game tonight.
All right, we're ready to get to the pitch. It is Independence facing off with Butler here to kick it off. Independence sitting at that threshold of that 12-13 place, and they look to continue and maybe push through. Butler just outside, so that means they could play spoilers. Butler looking to really get off to a quick start, led by Supra here on the pitch. We'll see if he's able to gather his teams, his troops, if you will, and push in. They will be in orange, Independence in blue, and we have kickoff now.
Yeah, Butler had a rough, you know, patch the last 4 weeks. I mean, you know, they lost 4 in a row, and Independence just got their, you know, ended their losing streak last week. So let's see if Butler can put it on Independence.
Yeah, Butler is really been trying to find answers. There hasn't been a whole lot that they've been capable of, you know, doing as of late. But then again, they've had Olympic, you know, Rocky River, Huff, Garinger. These are some top 10 teams for sure. Even top 8, I would imagine. Not sure where Garinger is specifically, but they seem to be in that range. So I'm really looking to see if Independence can hold true, because you know Butler's going to be striking here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And we already saw a couple shots on goal from Butler. So, yeah, you know, already a good start, putting shots down toward the net, and, you know, eventually they'll go in. So hopefully they keep doing that, but Independence still trying to, you know, this is a great rivalry. I know we talked about this before the stream, but, you know, back in the day, it was the football, you know, football, Butler and Independence was it. And now we can say it for, you know, esports as well.
Exactly. Here in the Rocket League realm, they may not be the top 2 as they were in the CMS side of things, at least for football, but they are still forming that same rivalry nonetheless. The bragging rights on the table here. As you see, Sleet, he's got a good shot here on that far side post. Silly will clean this one up. 1-0 to kick things off. Independence, hot start.
Yeah, already a great start. And watch this setup by Sleet, too. I mean, that was a perfect setup where Silly just waited for that one bounce and put it right in and gives Independence the lead early on.
And Butler looking to bounce back quickly, because that's one thing that they've been struggling with. It's kind of a telltale sign of why they've lost 4 matches in a row here as of late. Is they kind of get in their own head sometimes, and the coach knows that they are capable of a little bit more, so they'll look to lay it on the line. But Independence, an opportunity, a couple, though, will go just a little bit wide here. Now, if you're Butler, you want to kind of ride off that momentum and try to find a transitional goal here.
Yeah, and here's your shot, and here's your chance, and there it was, but the follow-up is not going to get it either. They're going back the other way. Independence trying to strike again.
Yeah, you got Sleet on it there, but a good 50-50 from Butler to get it right back out. Silly on it for Independence, but he's bumped off of it shortly after, and Super was allowed to go to work. That one almost fell its way in. That was almost a rainbow. The follow-up shot will find its way through, so just enough room and run it back. We'll even things here at 1.
Great way to answer back, and watch this placement. Watch all 3 Independence cars all up in the air. 1, 2, 3, all missing, but Butler able to sneak one in and tie this one up here in game 1.
It kind of feels a little bit worse whenever you have everybody commits and just can't quite get to it too. And the effort was there. It was just a little bit off the mark, or just weren't able to get there. Not enough speed. And so Butler, either way you draw it up, they have gotten it to this equalizing 1-1 counts. Right now it's a touchback down. That's a good setup for Sleet as he looks to work the pitch the other way. Super going to handle business here. We'll tap it to the corner. It'll be Silly waiting for this one. Tries to challenge, but a little bit too late to that. Luckily, he's got some support there on the defensive side, but they just hand possession away here to Butler yet again.
Yeah, I mean, I give credit right now to Butler for being able to answer back whenever they weren't able to do that in the last 4 games. You know, already a good sign here early on for Butler, the way they've been playing.
I'm on the wall.
Back here in the corner, it'll be Eclipse. He's got to deal with Sleet here on the sidewall, who will push it back in for
I'm really
Independence.
far away, so
Luckily, Super ends defense support.
Don't worry about
And
nothing
extra
coming in the
touch
net,
from
guys.
two members
Yeah,
of
I'm ready
Butler
on the
there.
back
A little
too.
bit of an awkward exchange, but they will jump on possession. No! The
That
shot
is
goes off the
unlucky.
post. And this
Middle?
one back
I think
towards
it's
the
open,
box.
Stevie, not
Sleet had room too,
Guys,
but
I'm
it goes a
selling the
little bit
bag.
too
Hold
far
on,
off
hold
the
on,
front
hold
of
on.
his
Let me lock
car.
in real quick.
So he was able to direct that back, but Independence still on the doorstep.
Edwin?
Another high shot,
I'm
though.
gonna rotate back.
Opportunity
Oh my
comes again.
goodness, my
But this
touch
will
was
leak
dead. I'm
out to
sorry.
midfield,
Just
and
keep going.
Butler
You
will
beat the
get
guy.
out
You
with
beat
their
the guy.
lives.
Yeah, I mean,
I know,
Independence
but
had a
look, I
lot of
got boost.
opportunities in this
They
game to
probably think I
possibly
have
get
boost,
3 or
don't
4
they? I
goals
don't.
and missed
You
a
just
lot
killed
of
him with that
opportunities.
fake.
So let's see if
I
they're
know
going to
I
be able to
did.
tighten it up here in
They
the
were
last
so
minute
fast.
30, and they
Oh
do
my
as Sleet is
God.
somehow able to sneak this one in. Let's watch this one again.
Yeah, it's just Sleet here to the corner and had plenty of room to work with. If I'm Butler, I'm looking to challenge quicker because that was just, the ability to come back off that back wall, right, in transition it back towards the net. All of that was given, and then before you know, you're kind of twiddling your thumbs watching it go off the back of your car.
Yeah, man, I think the goalie in that situation was just kind of watching it and then eventually just hit off their car into the goal. So very unfortunate for Butler, but still plenty of time here left. Rocket League a minute. It feels like ages, as like we always say. But right now, if that goes in, and it does, as Sleep puts another one on the board.
He continues to do this work, and he was the one that set up that initial touch in the first wave placed by Ed, and then does the rest. Just that short side post, plenty of room to work with, and was able to sneak it through before the leader of the Butler team here in Super could get to it. So that's impressive work, knowing who you have to go up against and being able to get the job done here late in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like another opportunity is going to be Sleet again with the hack trick.
He continues just to be that nuisance. Supra again on the back wall, taps it down. Thought he was going to find a teammate. Unfortunately, when you go to the box, you have to be sure that a teammate's there. Otherwise, it's wide open and just free range for Independence here, who look like they will walk away with game one if they continue this trend. Butler will need a quick goal here.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, this is the thing. Don't let the first game, well, as you see, a nice answer back. I mean, still plenty of time here, a minute left. Butler now getting that momentum, starting to shift toward their favor, but still needs a lot of work to do, especially with this Independent squad.
The irony, because his name is Run It Back, but he wants to go ahead and get the job done now, or at least come back here in this one. Not having to run it back in game two, instead try to get a hot lead here in this one. That was the quick goal that they need, but they do need 2 more here in this last minute. That one's missed by the Butler defense. Finally, they're able to jump onto it, though. And will push in. It's Sleet there. Should have the tap-in available, but wasn't able to connect on it. And now Sleet here at center field will look to calm things down and not let it get out of hand, because if Butler gets one more, suddenly you start to sweat a little bit more.
Yeah, 30 seconds remaining. I mean, it's still, if they can get a goal right here, which they have an opportunity. The ball's still on Independence side. It's getting set up. Who's going to be there to follow? The ball is all over their side.
Now it's Eclipse will challenge here, does beat one member, needs to get past another one. This one bounces to the box. They'll just chip it out and kill more time. This one, back to the box. The shot's there. Good save from Sleet to keep it out for Independence. In time will tick down. Independence will take game number 1 here in this best of 5. Looking pretty hot here at Discounts.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Independence already starting out 4-2, but the thing is, Butler, they're looking like they're going to answer back. Run It Back's trying to run it back again, and let's see if they're going to be able to do something.
Because they're not just hanging around at the end of games. I know
Right.
we have, one-sided affairs where like, they started to match that speed a little bit. No, they actually set the tone a little bit in that last minute and a half.
Absolutely.
I would argue, so definitely a good shot for them to at least give them a challenge, and that's where you have to start here to kick off this next game. Otherwise, you will find yourself, down and outs for the counts if you're not careful.
I think they got the first game jitters out of the way.
Yeah.
They know what they have to do against Independence. Let them kind of play up, then get the the slingshot, if you will. And right now, I mean, I think they know what they got to do. So let's see if they can put it on to game 2.
Yeah, we have to pause here in the action, of course, to get our STEM side in. Again, it's week 7, so we have new stipulations here as well as far as what they're looking for. We'll hear about that in just a bit, but first, it's going to be the Independent submission for week 7.
Yeah,
This is amazing.
we joined the lobby. This is multiplayer. This is huge.
Let's go
for
full
one game.
screen. We're there, bro. So right now, this is the chess PvP. Which school? Independence. We've logged in. Did you just make the first move?
I just made the first move.
Let's go. We need to do this tactically, okay? Wait, I can go. Oh, I got to grab the dude. Oh, I bring him. Oh my God, we're playing chess. This is incredible. This is incredible.
Oh, gee, if I let go of the pawn, it just moves one space.
Oh, you
Not
can't do
sure I
that.
like that. Yeah.
Here we go. I'm gonna just actually, yeah, we don't have time for sophisticated stuff. Let's just get into battle royale mode. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? This is good. So let's see. I'm gonna take this guy.
Oh,
This is amazing.
oh, what do we do now? What do we do now?
Who? Who? Okay, I gotta jump. How do you jump?
Up or WASD. W is up,
Oh my
jump.
gosh, bro.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta. So this is a problem.
I can't.
Oh, oh,
Oh, looks like I win.
oh, dude, I want to keep playing
Oh,
this right
and then
now.
mouse is.
All right, you come take this guy. You come take this guy quick.
Wait.
You're up.
Hold on. Okay. Oh, I had to like dive.
slag, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, I had to dive before it.
Oh, that's
it
a
would
that
go.
thing. Come on, take this dude.
Ah,
Almost out of
jeez.
time.
Let him
Oh
go.
man, are you? Oh wait, you didn't take my P.
I missed. The click has got me going crazy.
Oh man, one more time here. This is
Uh-oh.
amazing.
We're out of sync.
Uh-oh.
We're out of sync.
This is weird. So I can play you if I could just jump.
Yeah, you got to hold
Oh, it's
D
not working.
and then W.
Oh, now I'm unmoving. Okay,
Ooh,
well,
all right, all
that
right.
was all right. We figured it out there. Good job, folks.
It is multiplayer. There's just some syncing issues, but it's very close.
Back into game number 2 now. So Butler here looking to bounce back. Like we said, they got a little bit of momentum to swing them into this one at least.
Yeah, I think they know what they got to do, and the thing is, will they do it?
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously Independence started out pretty hot. Are they going to continue to do that here in game 2? Because right now they have a runaway goal with Butler. If they can get there, they cannot, though.
What a recovery save. That's just pure speed on the back end that we've seen from Independence from time to time. It hasn't been as common as we'd like to see from Independence, but it's good to see signs of that now, especially late in the season, when you've gotten that chance to really click with your teammates, and that's when you imp up the speed. Let's see if they can continue down. Oh, you saw Edwin was eyeballing a pass there at midfield, just couldn't quite get it over to Sleep.
Yeah, we were all anticipating that shot. I think he was too, but as soon as he missed, oh man, the air just got taken out of this place.
No doubt. Silly will send it back into Butler's end. This will be a touch from Debbie there to try to set up a teammate. Instead, he'll find Sleet, who will put it right back in for Independence. Let's run it back. We'll find Supra. Good speed to beat one there at midfield, but right back to Sleet, who will push it forward and called back onto it. Was Edwin there in the corner? You can tell the communications here from Independence has been clean as well through the first 2 games.
Yeah, and keep an eye on Sleet. He was the one that did have that, hat trick. He had 3 goals last game. So looking forward to continue, playing well.
That was an attempt to get a pass across again. And if Edwin finds these passes, if you're Butler, you're going to be regretting not scoring sooner and taking control of your own pace here. Instead, they are left watching Silly go back down the pitch. It is Devi trying to maybe flip it and carry it, but unfortunately went off his car, so he wasn't able to collect it. But he does get it back, takes a shot. Good save and reaction time by Edwin.
Yeah, Debbie, that was a great little bounce shot on that. And then the follow-up as well, but still save. Independence playing great on defense.
They sure are. Continue to show up, and they never seem to be out of a play. Every shot that's taken, they commit to. And even if they don't get to it, there is a full-fledged effort to try and find it out. And their defense looks organized, too, which is an important point because a lot of defenses in this league could use some tips from that, as Independence able to strike through because of it. Sleek going to get on the board, and no surprise there.
Yeah, I mean, great placement on this ball, too, because he knows Butler was going the other way, so let's just put it right behind him. Can't really hit that U-turn that quick, so, that's going to be another early lead for Independence.
Yeah, just great placement, great shot taking. The shot selections have been there for Independence as well, alongside their defense, just playing the better 2-way game as it stands right now. That one goes high. Supra couldn't quite field it, but was called off anyways. We'll have some help. Run it back bit 1, but it was right into the hands of Edwin, who will just toss this one over to Silly as he works past a couple himself and will push it even further here for Independence.
Yeah, right now, Independence getting in their corner, but great job by Butler getting that out of there, and now they're going to try to step up and have a shot of their own. But Independence, like you said, just playing really well on that defensive side, very staying calm, cool, and collected on that side of the ball, and it's been paying off.
Yeah, I haven't seen Edwin compete at all this season, and right now he's been that great support player whenever Independence needs it, right? Specifically, when we talk about Sleet and when he's got his goal-scoring chances, Edwin has been the one to set him up on the other side of the pitch as well. I mean, he's been great at that defense too, and that allows Sleet to get to work again. He just won off that hat trick for game 2 as well.
Absolutely. Looking for another one here in game 2. That would be insane to see, just back-to-back hat tricks. We've seen it before in this league, but wow, I mean, this is he's just outperforming everyone right now.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to join the likes of Skimmit that we've seen do that, Varus as well.
Absolutely.
Even Rux has taken over as second member of our Kel, so they've been known to pop off in these instances. That's Debbie right here in the corner. Silly gets to it first. Sleet sends it right back down. They get to it. Hat-trick on the board, right on cue. And that was just a well-placed shot. The defense looked like they had their opportunity to get back, especially when it's Supra, but it just eludes him.
Yeah, and Supra, I mean, just a little bit late on that save, but Independence is definitely showing up here in game 2. Butler really hasn't had any opportunities here in game 2.
Yeah, they've been few and far between. It's constant back and forth. You look at the passing. As Edwin tried to go right back to him, I think Sleet found a new favorite teammate here, Discounts, because Edwin seems to be right on track with everything that Sleet's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're playing perfect together, and I mean, you see how well. I mean, they're there. Their chemistry is there, and you see it time and time again. After each goal Sleet has, I mean, he's pretty much thanking Edwin.
100%. Even with that touch, it was a bit awkward, but it did enough to at least hold him out and make this shot attempt a little bit awkward too. And that'll pop out the center where Sleet's just waiting for it, right? Butler needs to challenge a little bit quicker. That's one thing that they're learning now with Sleet across the field. But Edwin will now drop it back for Sleet yet again. And this will waterfall down if they can get the read. Will touch, and Silly, he's going to be met there by Devi, who just keeps it off the back wall. But realistically, Discounts, this is all just to kill time.
Yeah, right now it comes down to just, hey, what are we going to do? What is our adjustments going to make here in game 3? Because right now Independence has Butler's number. And if you would have asked me this at the end of game 1, I would have said, no, it's going to be a lot closer. It's going to be even closer each and every game. Right now, Independence, I feel like they found out what they have to do, and they're doing it. And now it comes to Butler. Will they be able to answer back in a game 3 when it's over if they can't win it?
Yeah, we're both guilty of that. But as far as Butler, our thoughts in them really making this a series. But right now, Indy seems to be running away with it a little bit.
They're doing it. And hey, we've seen 3-0 sweeps a lot. But, Butler's definitely not trying to be a part of that stat sheet here.
No, definitely not. Especially when you've dropped the last 4 matches. You want at least something going into the next series, right? To really say, hey, we've gotten things together and are piecing it together well. And we'll see if they get to it.
Absolutely.
100%. We've got the other stem submission now. So we saw what Independence was able to put together. Of course, they will be facing off with Butler here in their division. So we'll see what Butler put together for their Week 7 challenge.
Butler's super destructible dungeon.
Oh man, here we go. I guess I gotta
getting some gems,
out.
I guess. Is this the Grim Reaper? Oh, he's attacking me.
Wait, how do I? Oh, I'm
left
facing
click
the wrong.
or attack to break blocks. More blocks you break, the less time you'll have to get back.
How do I kill this
dungeon?
Dude? Oh no! Oh,
you got to get the sword. You got to get your sword on the other side.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, wait. What do I do? Go in this hole? Oh no, there's more dudes.
Oh wait, where did you go?
Why would it turn the sword around?
Not sure where to go. This is like Minecraft a little bit, with like the blocks.
Oh man,
I want to collect some of these blocks and then.
Oh no, I can't turn it.
Do some building.
What do you mean use the mouse, bro? Hiya! Oh no, dude, I'm killing. Oh, kill! Oh, I died.
Oh, I see. You move your sword with the mouse.
This game is dope. This game is dope.
I think I took out a cat with a bow and arrow.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh,
listen, I'm old, dude. I can't play with
this reminds me of like Legend of Zelda.
Oh, bro.
Oh, I got some more gems open to treasure chest.
You're clearly better at this game than I am. Okay. Well, folks, let me tell you. I'm a fan, and I think people are going to want to play that game.
Yeah, this is awesome.
All right, you got to stop playing now, Malcolm.
Oh, I can't. I got to beat the boss.
Oh, that was a boss move. All right. And that was what school?
Butler.
Man, Butler. Good job. All right.
Well, we found out one thing, and that's that Tark might be a little bit too old for these new age video
Yeah.
games. He died first.
He died like 3 or 4 times. Malcolm's still running it through, and he literally just had to sit there and watch him play for the rest of the 10, 15 seconds. But look at who's on the board first. And it's, obviously Independence right now, how hot they've been playing, but it's Edwin.
And guess who set him up? It was Sleet, of course.
Hey.
Who else is there to just combine with these two to make it just such a deadly combination so far?
I mean, he's given him so many goals, you have to give back, and that's exactly what happened. But
pay it forward, some would say.
Exactly. And so now I'm looking for Edwin a hat trick. That's what we're looking for.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you're Butler, that's the last thing you're looking for right now.
They're looking for a hat trick themselves.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a game in their favor would be a good start, and that's a goal in their favor, as they will be on the board. They'll be running back. Been the lone star light on in this team right now because everything else seems to be going wrong, but he seems to find a way through a few times in this series.
Yeah, it looks like that he's scored, I think, almost every goal for Butler in this series so far.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you're correct.
Yeah, and he's trying to say run it back. Let's keep on putting up points here, and it looks like they have an opportunity if they can keep it on that side. And
you can just tell the anticipations there from run it back as he was able to disrupt that outlet attempt there from Independence. So everything seems to be working in his mind. He just has to get the rest of the troops around him in order to get some support from these guys like you have with an Edwin on the other side of the field.
Like you said, they just need to play faster. It looks like they're starting to do that already here in the first minute, but will they keep that up this whole game?
Sleet's trying to get fancy there. You see the attempts at the musty there? Okay. Let's see if you can keep up the best. See if we can't call your name out a little bit more. I see you, Sleet. I mean, you already have hat tricks. Wait, Butler in the lead now. Eclipse able to be the first one. Besides, run it back to get on the board here for Butler, and that will be a big goal as well to take the lead.
Yeah, Sleet hit that one right on the corner, and it bounced right at him. He was just waiting on it, and so it came his way, and now it looks like Butler took the lead. Let's see if they can hold it.
They can have their 2 little goals.
We typically don't advise in letting the play come to you in Rocket League. It's a very high-paced, one after another rotation style. But in that instance, that patience just to find the right time to strike and jump upon it. Sometimes luck will just find you. And you just got to roll with it and react accordingly.
Yeah, that goal just fell right on his lap. And all he had to do was put it in. He sure did. And now who's putting it in again? And that's Edwin. That's his second goal. We already said, we were joking about the hat trick, but now it's no joke. I mean, he's one away from it.
Both of them
sure is. And unfortunate tripping over themselves from Butler there. I think Devi with the double commit there right behind, I believe it was running back that was there in the vicinity as well. Just got to let your team work, and that observation can prevent something like that from happening. But credit to Edwin for getting one closer to that hat trick. Like you mentioned, it could have come here. They shot the bouncer, it does! Oh, he gets it early. 3-2. They take back the lead in a matter of seconds.
We spoke that into existence, and now Independence took back the lead, and that, that's just very depleting if you're Butler right now. You got the lead. You were hoping to hold on to it a little bit longer than 10, 15 seconds, but Independence has, something else in mind.
Well, for many years, Independence got the better of Butler in football, and it's trending that way here, at least in this match, when it comes to Rocket League. As this one will press back, though. This will challenge Butler for sure. It's still bouncing in their box. The shot back down and in. So, again, Independence on that stride. It's Edwin again for his 4th.
He is doing it all, obviously, for his squad right there. That time, that was just on Butler not able to get that cleared. And, Edwin was sitting there. He had a little bit of boost to work with, and he used it.
Yeah, you got to be a utilitarian, right? Use your resources accordingly, and that's exactly what he's been doing here. As that's 3 goals from Edwin in a matter of 25 seconds as he continues to just put up numbers. That one's free as well. This one will be Sleet getting back on the board too. And right when you thought Butler had something going, they went up 2-1, and then suddenly it just all falls apart.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, this is kind of how I felt in that game too. I really thought they were gonna, make a comeback after Game 1. They did make a little bit of a comeback. It was only a couple point difference, and now it just looks like Independence is pulling away.
I played that really bad.
Yeah, and that'll be good for Independence too. We talked about how game differential will be a factor as far as seeding goes. So any tied tiebreakers scenarios, you need those extra games. So if Independence can close out in 3-0 like it's starting to look like, I mean, that's going to be big for them, especially sitting on that edge of 12-13 when they need a playoff appearance. This could come in handy.
Absolutely. They're not messing around, especially Edwin with his 5th goal, Bear. 5th goal in this game number 3.
Just an undiscovered talent earlier in the season, I believe. If he has been on this roster, I didn't know about it. And if I didn't know about it, that means that he's probably relatively new. And that means that he's making his mark very much felt. And you have to imagine he was incorporated in week 6 when they got that big win over East Mac and continues that momentum here for Independence into the next week. I don't think it's a coincidence.
No, I mean, well, we know his name now, Bear. We definitely know his name now, and it looks like we'll be calling him out a little bit more often, and hopefully, because, I mean, he is just playing phenomenal right now.
And that makes you think, you know, where is Independence going to end up at the end of the season? Because right now, sitting at this 3-3 mark coming into this series, this would move them up to 4-3. Are they part of the equation when you're talking top 8?
I mean, hey, Audrey Kell last season, they didn't have the same 3 at the very beginning. Now, you know, it's just a whole different. Basically, sorry, I can't even talk right now. It's just a whole different thing. I mean, Audrey Kell at the beginning didn't have the same roster. It's looking like that for Independence, so they could easily be a playoff team.
100%. Yep, Independence should be there. Whether or not they're going to be a top 8, even top 4 is super debatable. But, you know, for top 8, I think there's a decent shot if they play the way they're able to play tonight. I know Butler is just outside of that playoff threshold, and to lose tonight to Independence, a very winnable match from their perspective, is got to be tough on them as well. So this is a big matchup, and Independence was ready to go from the get-go.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, they poured it on from the word go, and that's what happened. It's right now Butler just struggling, but the thing is they were battling that whole series, but just could not get you know, a game under their belt.
And Independence, when everything's going right, everything is going right. As that demo didn't even cause any issues for them on the defensive goal line stand, literally on the goal line, and they came out with it and will kill more time. So this will send Butler down to 2-5. And Charlie mentioned 3-5 is still going to be a long shot for that playoff appearance for Butler. But they do have a lot of learning to do. Obviously, both of these teams are fresh into the league, so they'll have their challenges, their ups and downs. Unfortunately, it's a bigger down than they had as far as this recent 5-match run. But they did have a good start to this season, and something that they can look back to and say, all right, how do we get back to that gameplay? Because Independence really did best us here tonight.
Yeah, and like you said, but they both had a great start. Both of them were 2-0 going into week 3, and then had a losing streak. Yeah. Now Independence starting to answer back, starting to figure out, getting that chemistry together that we just saw, and yeah, they mean business.
100%. All right, well, we saw Malcolm and Tark. They were kind of dancing around in everybody's games here. Yeah. So they're going to give us an explanation about what they are looking for in their STEM judging. And we'll also get to who won this matchup on the STEM side between Independence and Butler. To the STEM desk.
Week 7 of the Varsity STEM Showdown, where everything they've built up to this point, 2 old people have to sit here and figure out if we can play them.
We've seen presentations so far, but they can't hide the functionality anymore. And if we can't figure it out, that means that anyone over the age of 30 can't figure it out.
All right, week 7, Varsity STEM League Showdown. This was Independence and Butler. And let me tell you, that was 2 awesome games. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the chess PvP almost would have won if they'd, you know, hadn't been any bugs. I think the multiplayer feature alone would have, you know, knocked it out of the park. But both really solid games. I mean, we had fun playing both.
I don't know, dude. I really enjoyed both, but the uniqueness of the chess game is really out there. Again, let's get to scores.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'm gonna go 1-1 as well. I mean, that was an epic showdown between 2 great teams, 2 great games. That leaves us at Independence 2, Butler 2.
Quick to the point. Previously, they were excited, but they know what they're looking for here tonight.
Absolutely. I love it.
All right. Well, again, that was Independence facing off with Butler here. Like we mentioned, there are plenty of awesome matchups coming up here momentarily. In fact, we've got Rocky River, and they're facing off with East Mech after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. Back at the desk here in the CMS Esports League. It's Wednesday Night Lights. Again, discounts joining me here in the booth, and we just wrapped up an unfortunate match there for Butler, but credit to Independence, who's looking to hit into that top 10.
Yeah, they're playing great. I mean, if they can keep this up, especially with their new guy, I mean, he's playing phenomenal. You know, Edwin, he's a name that we're going to be calling, I feel like, a lot in the future.
100%. I mean, when you can pass, you know, to that degree, but then also show up on the goal column as well. I mean, that's just not something you see very commonly, especially to fit in with a player like Sleet, who is just at a whole different level speed-wise.
That duo is unreal. At first, Sleet was the guy who was getting all the goals, and then I would say in the game 1 and 2, but then in game 3, it was the Ed show. Edwin was going off.
That's right, 100%. Another story we've been following, one of the new teams here to the league has been Rocky River. They've been very strong. They're going up against East Mech here tonight. East Mech strung together a couple wins halfway through the season, but otherwise they've looked a little bit flat, looking to really find a new source of energy moving late here into the season. We see Rocky River here coming in with Perk, of course, ID Faye on this squad, but Swag Panda was the one that really stepped up last week.
Yeah, and they're on a 4-match win streak. I mean, this is unreal. At first started this, this season 0-2, and now just won 4 straight. So they're hot right now. Let's see if they can carry that into week 7.
And they'll go up against East Mech. So on paper, it looks like they should have a decent opportunity to do just that, as Gecko Boy and Panthers there on that roster. But they're going up against, or they have, of course, one of their leaders in what an individual we'd like to see a lot more from, which is Just Dre. Yeah,
Just Dre is usually, we've said his name a lot in the past, even in, season 0. So, he's a veteran when it comes to, esports Rocket League. And yeah, definitely want to see a lot of him. I would like to be saying his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. We have game 1 ready for you. So let's head it onto the pitch and see which team can get off to that hot start. Now it is, of course, Rocky River looking to take it to East Mech and take care of business so they can stay in the playoff picture as we put 5 minutes on the clock, and we're underway now with this matchup. As we will see here, it looks like we have Sloth here on the orange side, so East Mech in orange, Rocky River in blue to kick things off. So don't get confused just because Rocky River's got that orange in their branding. They are blue here tonight.
A little confusing, but the good news is we do have those graphics on the screen for you to get your color coding down.
There's a shot on net right off the bat, and that's ID Faye who lasered one, but East Mech's defense was up to the challenge early. And 30 seconds in, you'll see this one hang out to center with some physicality as well with the demo. Looking to free up some space. Gecko trying to feed Just Dre right there in the middle, but this one is going to be cleared directly back out. ID Faye tried to get that extra touch to get a redirect, but this will pop back out, and they'll have to play here at midfield.
Yep, and here we go, already on the board. East Mech starting off hot here in game number 1, putting one in, and that's Banana Boy. Great play. It looked like Rocky River was going to be able to get back, but just right in front of that car and able to put one in. So, wow, East Mech making a first goal. I mean, did you think this was going to happen?
Not by any means. Rocky River has been a great team. Definitely the better of the 2 teams as of late of these weeks. So credit East Mech for coming out knowing the challenge ahead and not being afraid of it. That being said, it's right back at you as Perk's able to equalize at 1.
Yeah, felt like Rocky River wasn't too happy about East Mech getting on the board first, and already Perk answering back, which is a great sign for Rocky River. How well they've been playing. So let's see if, if they mean business, because right now it looks like, they're ready to add on to their streak. But East Mech already starting out hot, so I don't know. This game could get really good.
That's a good passing play as well from Rocky River. Swag Panda can't go back up. That's a difficult read to make, and they know it, and East Mech will answer again. Slimy Sloth this time will give East Mech the lead directly back.
They're going to have to keep this pace up, though, Bear. Like, if they want to keep up with Rocky River, right now they have to keep putting shots down, and that's exactly what they've been doing. So keep it up, East Mech. They've been putting, a lot of pressure on Rocky River already in game 1, so hats off to East Mech.
And they're coming back at you again. This will be all the way across. Perk couldn't read it, but luckily for Rocky River, nobody was there for East Mech, and so they can at least breathe and try to get the next goal to equalize. Because right now, East Mech has been a challenge that maybe they just didn't expect.
Yeah, this is I feel like this is surprising a bunch of people, but right now, I think they mean business. They're ready. And it looks like East Mech is just keeping that the pressure on. They're on offense this whole time. This is great.
Eddie Faye will kick back out, trying to amplify things. That'll definitely help. There's a double commit from East Mech, and the shot is in. And you can't make those mistakes. Otherwise, that's when Rocky River will really bring it to you.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. You saw the double commit. Perk saw that as well. That's why he got off that wall really quick. He knew he didn't have many behind him. So great pop shot right there by Rocky River, and Perk gets the second goal of this game.
Off the kickoff here, this will fall back down to where East Mech is waiting for it. They were able to answer the first time around, and they're looking to put another one on the board. Positive. Back with you guys here on the CMS Esports League. We appreciate your patience as we had a bit of a tech issue, but we're back with you, and we'll get into describing the gameplay here momentarily as well. As we look into thank you. And we're back again as we continue to just troubleshoot some of these issues we've been having, and we'll pop back in here momentarily. Right now, a 2-2 tie here as East Mech was able to get it late in discounts. A chance to start pushing in. East Mech was almost able to take the lead here from Rocky River.
Yeah, and I mean, this time, too. The timing is unreal as ID Faye is going to put one in with 12 seconds remaining right in the perfect time.
Oh, that extra touch as well as sent it back behind the back line of the defense for East Mech. And everything right there for Rocky River is able to take the late lead just after East Mech was about to do the same.
I mean, who's got the clutch gene? ID Faye. You know, that was just unreal.
Now a chance to push back down the field. They don't have much time. Banana just wants that boost. You already have 49. Why are you going for more boost? This was off the back wall too. Will hit the ground. Rocky River will get away with this one. And just smart play. And like you said, clutch play from ID Faye at the end to pull them through.
And he's got the clutch gene, and that was game one. And that was a lot closer than I thought was it about to be. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, with East Mech, it's been a little bit of a struggle, and Rocky River's been on the rise. And so it's characteristic of teams on the rise as far as, you know, that compared to teams that have had a little bit of a downslide from time to time. That momentum can be everything, even between matches.
I really think East Mech is playing up to the competition. And, you know, I can't say, I mean, we could also say Rocky River's playing down, but I don't know. I think the way that, you know, East Mech's playing, It's looking good for them.
It sure is. And, you know, a win in a game would go a long way and potentially send you towards that match win. But we have more stim here for you. So let's bring that up now and check out what the Rocky River Ravens were able to put together here and see what Tark and Malcolm had to say about their games.
All right, we are here, week 7 of the game design competition with Rocky River and their scholarships in the scholar system.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Let's check
going
it
on
out.
here. Let's just start playing.
Let's see with the leaderboard.
Oh, I got it. How do I fire? A space bar? No. Oh, I'm actually getting hits here. What fires? Pew. Oh,
look, I can see the
no,
leaderboard.
no. I think I just went off the screen. Wasn't that the
I don't know why I entered a name. Okay,
that was the thing. That was the problem they had. Next. All right. So, Ko, how do you shoot this thing, man?
Up.
Up? Pew. Pew.
Okay, so I think I
So-
won. This is our first level,
Oh,
just
oh,
something easy to
yeah,
get you started.
Oh,
Oh, I hit next.
I think I'm losing
Okay.
the first
Oh,
level.
we're reverse Olympic here.
Oh, wow. Okay, I win. Got to hit next. Oh, no.
Okay, did I win?
Oh, pew, 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 pew.
Did I win?
Pat. Oh, ding, dong. Did it? That's it? Oh, no. Home. Let's check the leaderboard. Oh, I can put my name. My name, Malcolm. Update.
Submit.
Sid T,
Update.
526. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. Did that work?
We're unsure.
I don't see Malcolm on there. Is that what you put?
I did.
Mm.
Either way, ladies and gentlemen, it worked.
I mean, everybody's striving towards the leaderboard, right?
Yeah.
That was a cool improvisation, it seems like. It seemed like it was just added there last second, but at the same time, it worked, and everybody loves to be part of that leaderboard, so I love what they were doing there, Rocky River.
Love it, love it.
For me, at least, personally. I'm a competitive guy, super competitive. Speaking of competitive, we'll bring you right into the action here, as we're about 1:15 in, and it looks like from what we got in the gameplay so far, a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, already a great start, and you know, Rocky River just handling business, but East Mech is still hanging in there, and that's the thing. Already having a goal within the first 2 minutes. You know, this feels like a new East Mech squad.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They've been challenging like crazy. That's going to be dangerous, though, but they still bail each other out. You know, ID Faye back up. We'll touch this off the back wall. Now that has a follow-up there from Perk, but he couldn't quite direct that one back towards the box, and so Perk will have to be forced to decide if he wants to stay on this play, and when he did, he had a shot there from Swag Panda that came up through as well, but they weren't able to connect on that either, so back at you here in the Rocky River ends. Good pass to the box, but Swag Panda right back out.
Yeah, Rocky River right now has a shot right here, and that's ID Faye, and that's a beautiful shot, and that's going to somehow stay in, even though you look like the save was about to happen. Let's watch this again and break this one down.
Yeah, just upside down and got that flick, waited till the very last second that you have that flip in the first place. Rocket League's on a timer as far as how long you have to use that flip for those of you watching at home that might be new to Rocket League, and he kept that in his back pocket as long as he could to then propel that ball back into the back of the net. Just a veteran play there from ID Faye.
Absolutely. Tips and tricks. I'm sure we'll even learn as we go through this whole series. You know, great player. Same thing with Swag Panda. Like you said, last week, he was the name that we were calling out. But ID Faye has definitely stepped up his game, and now Perk is doing it here as well, with now putting another score. And now Rocky River up 4-1, and this is the Rocky River team that I know.
Exactly. They started to figure things out. They're like, wait, East Mech completely changed the gameplay that we've seen in the past to try to tailor fit it to this matchup here. And Rocky River was like, oh, well, we can definitely adjust, make a minimal adjustments, and yet find stellar results. And so they have this 4-1 lead in game 2, already a 1-0 lead in the series as well. If you're just joining us, as this will hang this center field and push back in, this time by East Mech, but Swag Panda right back on it. And it seems like their challenges are happening quicker and quicker. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I was going to say. They're just a lot faster in this game, too, and you can tell they've got a lot more touches than East Mech, and just domination when it comes to, you know, ball control and even, you know, just having the ball, having possession time. Perk will settle things here. This will push right back into the zone for East Mech. That again eludes Swag Panda. You know, you said it's the same Rocky River team, and I agree with you, you know, with the, as far as the scoreline goes,
Right.
and as far as challenging East Mac and making it difficult for them, but there's still been some uncharacteristic misses that I've seen from Rocky River as of late, some things that you'd figured would actually be more clean as the season went on, so they'll have to kind of figure that out,
Yeah,
too.
you definitely don't want to be making those mistakes against a team, you know, like a high caliber team, like a Nardrikel, like a JT Williams, South Mech. Any of these teams,
Yep.
you make mistakes, they're going to make you pay. And, you know, fortunately right now, East Mech hasn't been doing that. But like you said, if they do that against another high caliber team, you know, they will answer back.
Definitely. I mean, they kept their mistakes to a minimum whenever they were playing Myers Park. And so Rocky River, if they can play that clean game against some of the top teams, they will absolutely be able to challenge them. Until then, we just haven't seen a high-caliber team that they faced, right, in Ardrikel. We haven't seen a JT Williams, which will put them in more compromising positions. So only time will tell on that front. As far as East Mac goes, unfortunately, with the loss here, that'll make it very, very difficult as they'd be at 2-5 trying to bounce back. But they do have a little bit of life here in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, getting back on the scoreboard. I mean, still 35 seconds remaining. We've seen it happen before. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but right now, the way Rocky River's been playing, it's going to be really tough. But East Mech is definitely trying to hang in, and same thing with you know, game number 1.
Perk already up for this one. Wants to get the next goal to make a statement piece. It's not like they need an extra goal here by any means, but if you're able to put East Mech in their place, if you will, you know, just so to speak, then they probably won't show up in game number 3. You can probably then just put the dagger in, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely trying to, you know, just finish this game off, especially if you can take away that any kind of momentum East Mech had and just shut them up on that. And that's exactly what they were trying to do. Didn't, fortunately, not happen, but East Mech did get the last goal of this, so they still have a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, exactly. Some offense, right, with that goal, but also some defense as well to continue to you know, get clears in big moments, and that's a good step in the right direction. As far as my predictions go, though, I think Rocky River has done enough to prove that they're probably going to walk away 3-0.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that, but I will say East Mech has been still hanging around. They've been that, you know, the pesky sibling just hanging around. But will they get this game 3? Who knows? We'll have to find out.
And we'll have to wait and find out as well. We've got the STEM side as well, so we'll see who they're up against. Of course, East Mech here for their submission. Let's watch Tark and Malcolm fail even harder on another game. Check it out.
Okay, so I'm going to take this guy here.
East Mech, Paper Warriors, the game I have not yet understood. You're up. We're competing against each other. Oh, you're the bottom dude?
Unclear exactly what to do. Are there some instructions here?
You got to grab the dude. Hold on. I just made a move.
Click one of 5 characters in the top row. Select that character.
Oh, I did it. I moved. You're up.
Okay.
Click it and then put where you want it to go. Oh, man. You're just not good at this game.
Yeah, I thought I did that.
He did. Maybe I can click this guy again. Oh, this guy's moving. This guy's moving. Uh-oh. This dude's coming down. A mouse. Oh, I can only move this guy.
So wait,
Maybe there's a button. Enter? Nope.
Each one has limitations.
Oh, yeah. The limitation.
This is a work in progress. More mechanics will be added, such as
This was my concern.
Yep.
Unless I just don't understand it. Unfortunately, this guy won domination. Tark. Oh, look. Double hide. Well, I think
we
there's
have a
some
winner
work left to be done here.
Had a lot of fun moving that one character around.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, it seems like an ID Faye out there, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, that is facts. ID Faye has been playing a great series in this series.
Well, we get an appearance from Omen yet again. We've seen him come in a few times for this Rocky River team, and Perk still putting points on the board as well for Rocky River as well. You get some experience from one of your bench players, but also, you know, you get a goal from one of your veterans.
Swag Panda, just great setup on that one too. I mean, just getting it right over the defender's head on that and just, you know, setting up his teammate.
Yeah, and that's more characteristic of what we've seen from Swag Panda, especially going back to last week where I thought he took strides forward. I think his gameplay has fallen a little bit in the first 2 games, so it's good to see him bounce back early here in this game 3 and get back to what we know him as, which is that dynamic playmaker we know he can be.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely can be that guy, and we see Perk put another one in. That's a second goal in the first 30 seconds of this game, and he set up himself on this.
Yeah, Perk set himself up number 1, and then was able to loft that one up towards the top shelf, which is quite difficult to do for those of you who are, relatively new to the game. So for Perk, that was well executed for sure, as he was able to use his mechanics to just best this EastMag team, who's still searching for something to get excited about here. But Perk continues to just absolutely pester this EastMag team, but Gecko Boy, although he's responsible for trying to get the clear, it's going to go backwards and set off that pinch off the wall. Eventually, Slimy Sloth will get to it and push it back towards the Rocky River end.
Yeah, he's going to try to go for a setup here. Here's the follow-up. Not really sure if they're going to be able to get it. No, it's going to get cleared. But EastMech still, putting shots down, trying to keep that ball, on the offensive side, which has been helping them in this series. Sadly enough for them, hasn't really been doing too much just because Rocky River has been very consistent with their goals, and possibly another one coming up right here.
Yeah, Swag try to use that corner, and Omen does a good job to hold it in as well. I mean, it's very rare that you have 4 members of your team that have, in real talent to continuously pressure other teams and really make a name for themselves. To have that kind of depth is rare. So for Rocky River to have that balance of 4 players that you can rely on is going to be good, especially when we come to playoff time, right? Yep. Somebody's struggling, couldn't handle the LAN environment like you wanted. Well, perhaps you have somebody else that can back you up and hop in if needed.
Yeah, that's the great part about those deep rosters, for sure. I mean, you have somebody who, if anyone's sick, not feeling well, right, just injuries. We've had injuries before. Like anytime, something can happen and take away 33% of your team, it's always great to have that backup, and especially, with a good backup too.
Exactly. We say injuries. In esports, how is that possible? Well, obviously they have lives outside of this, right? Yeah. A lot of these students, I say a lot of them, but, some of these students do traditional sports, right? There's activities outside of the game itself that they'll participate in as well. I mean, we've seen it happen. You take away the arms, the hands, and it suddenly becomes very difficult to play Rocket League as much as I, want to play it. When I broke my wrist, I had to take some time off, and not good for my mental health, but good for the recovery of my arm.
You're telling me you didn't try to play one-handed?
Oh, you tried every single day to try to get back into shape. But with that cast, man, it's difficult, I'm telling you.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I've never played one-handed. I know people who have, though. I mean, and that, just due to, what they had, and there's some good players who playing one-handed. Better than what I can do one-handed, for sure. Probably better than what I can do 2 hands.
Yeah, it's good for my psyche, not good for my rank.
Absolutely.
As my competitive rank fell tremendously trying to play ranked in that condition. But obviously for these players, it's more than that, right? It's a chance to learn some quality skills as well here in the Esports in STEM League. So obviously we'll be able to fresh up on some of that programming as the students create their own games in this league, which is super awesome. We've seen a few, judges come through and, kind of make their judgment on the games that they've created. But then we have a lot of schools that have already done that. And so this season, they're into creating their own apps, which we'll get to see with the next matchup, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, and some really, cool apps, too. Something that you would actually use, outside of, every day. I mean, or inside of everyday life. I mean, it's one of those things. Is I'm pretty sure the hacker, the searching for cyber phishing stuff, and it's crazy what these kids are doing and are able to do with an app.
100%. Absolutely. Their reference to JT Williams and their team, and their STEM team has been excellent to watch. Very highly entertaining as well, and we'll see them in just a bit, actually, here on this channel as they face off with the best here. It'll be a battle of undefeateds on the Rocket League side.
Yeah, definitely don't want to go anywhere on that. You're going to want to watch that one. I mean, 2 undefeated schools, definitely ready to battle out. They had this date circled on their calendar, and, one of them has to come out still being undefeated, and one will not be.
Yeah, one will have to kind of swallow that tough pill coming in the land time. Eastmac will get one back here. 18 seconds left on the clock, so very long shot, but at the same time, we've seen crazier things happen, and we said they're looking for good things here to develop, and that's at least a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and I definitely want to tip the cap to Eastmac on this series because, you know, Rocky River playing phenomenal, going on that 4-match win streak, and Eastmac coming, you know, and just kind of showing up and saying, hey, I mean, you're not going to just easily beat us all 3 games. It looks like they beat them all 3 games, but not easily. Eastmac did put up a fight, and you love to see that, especially, you know, just improvement each and every week, and that's what they're showing us.
Yeah. They gave it their all, but it was Rocky River that comes out with the 3-0 win, this sweep. Even with Omen in coming in and off the bench and just finding a way to perform. And it's looking great here for the Rocky River team. It started out a little shaky. Thought Eastmac was about to play upset.
I was wondering. I was like, Eastmac's coming out of the gate pretty hot, but, you know, things happen. Rocky River bounced back and figured out how to get their 5th win in a row.
That's right. Well, let's check out the STEM side and see what the judges had to say about the games that they were able to play here momentarily. We'll send it over to the STEM desk right now.
7 varsity STEM showdowns, and now we just finished up playing ourselves in the Week 7 showdown, Rocky River versus Eastmac. What did you think?
Well, I thought they were both really good games. I like the ideas. Rocky River definitely had, you know, kind of more implemented than Eastmac, I think. Still missing some functionality like the leaderboard and, I don't know, still some rough edges there, but, you know.
And you can only play 2 screens, right?
Yep, but the health bar works now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a little
That is
improvement.
movement. So I think that Rocky River needs to put one more big push in adding the enhancements, maybe adding more screens, something that's going to enable people to keep playing it and keep competing and make that leaderboard work better. The leaderboard didn't seem to work. Eastmac, I'm unsure, as I've been unsure the whole season, what exactly was happening there.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear what the game is supposed to be. They just need to finish out some of the mechanics.
I'm so glad you understand it. My mind is just too old person mind. So let's score this thing.
Well, I'm going to go 1-1.
Wow.
I like them both.
That's bold. Of course you are a good cop. I think I'm going to go 2-0 Rocky River. That game has shown clearly that they're putting in some work, and I hope that Eastmac will take this as a call to action to really just put in some time before the last week of the regular season to make that game work. So that's going to be 3 points Rocky River, 1 point Eastmac.
Let's go, Eastmac.
So you have to do a little bit more than just make one character move around the map, it would seem.
Just a little bit.
But that's all right. Eastmac, of course, the first time in this season, so they'll look to really find their way here. And a lot of teams have, you know, rolling into season 1 from season 0.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll see the same thing from Eastmac as well. Although it seems like their playoffs runs are looking thinner and thinner.
Yeah.
Their hopes, at least.
Each and every week, you know, just gets worse and worse for the odds of making it. But hey, keep your head high and keep working.
And keep your eyes on this channel. We'll take a quick intermission, but when we come back, it'll be Hopewell facing off with Philippa Berry here at the CMS Esports and STEM League. Welcome back to the booth here at the CMS Esports and STEM League. Again, alongside Discounts, my name is Bear Lights, and we bring you back in with another match. And here we have Hopewell facing off with Filippo Berry.
Yeah, and Filippo Berry is actually coming off of a loss against Independence, so hopefully they can bounce back. And also Hopewell lost to Huff last week too, so both coming off a loss. They one of them's got to win though.
That's right. That's what they say in the industry. Also just coming off a win previously as well, by the way, because Hopewell beat North Mech, and on the other side of the equation, Filippo Berry was able to take it to Charlotte just a couple of weeks ago. Let's check out the lineups now. 1 and 5 are the Titans. On the left side here for Hopewell, Spearmaster and Surrey will be here to represent the squad. JK Dragon, unfortunately, not able to make it for Hopewell. They'll be going 2v3 versus Filippo Berry, who have Destroyer, Quincy, and Duncan, Goku, and Destroyer. It's the one that they look to for Filippo Berry.
Yeah, and especially in a 2v3, this is going to be very interesting to see, how they're going to play this, what strategy Hopewell's going to have.
Yep.
Same thing with Filippo Berry. Are they all just going to commit? What are your thoughts?
I mean, from time to time, you'll have an experience this in ranked play, and one of the things that you notice is it's not actually giving you that much more of an advantage to be up 3v2 in some scenarios. Now, that being said, looking at the ranks of these two squads, it might be much more difficult to handle.
Yeah.
But it makes cutting off passes and anticipating the play just that much more important here and crucial in this match.
Yeah, I mean, especially, with these ranks, like you said, a couple champs, a grand champ. I mean, these guys know how to play. They do, their hours of Rocket League each and every day. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this match and, how it works out.
So, Filippo Berry looking to get off to another hot start here and get another win. Yep. That would be 4 out of the last 5. And so they're one of those teams that are at that 3-3 mark. Now, me and Charlie spoke before this broadcast kicked off here, Discounts, and we mentioned that at 50-50 as far as wins, losses go. That's a good, sure sign that you can make the playoffs. Now, this would, in theory, push Filippo Berry up to above that mark.
Yep.
Are they able to get to the top 4, though, and push through that way? I
mean, either way, it's going to help them, as you can see there. I mean, Filippo Berry, hanging around, getting in that 12th spot, but with this win, they still got to do it. I mean, Hopewell's still going to go 2v3, but Filippo Berry getting this win would definitely help them out big time when it comes to, the playoffs.
Got it. So we have it marked at 3-3. So we'll get to the details on where they are specifically. This has it at 2-4, but we'll let you know where they are. They're definitely in that 9-12 range, though. We know that, and they're looking to push in that top 8. But it'll be very difficult to push in that top 4. Meanwhile, you do see Hopewell have had their struggles, but I mean they've been able to piece together a match win. Not all teams can say that. Not to mention, 3-5 is their goal, right? To try and get that win here tonight would be a first start, but very tall task to get past some of these teams. I mean, Myers Park rocking all champs on their roster too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really tough school to compare to, but yeah, Hopewell's definitely hoping tonight that they can get a win, especially against this full squad of Filippo Berry.
Well. Let's we'll see if they can kind of manage the 2v3 in a particular way that works for them. I've seen it happen before, where you think you're out of a game and it actually turns the other way. And the way that you do approach that is by taking chances, right? If you're Hopewell, you can't be playing on your heels. If you do that, I mean, that's going to be game over from the get-go. They'll have goals in before you can even blink.
They're going to have to full send, but also able to get back, and that's going to be it's going to be tough. But depending on how fast they can play, we'll see.
That's right. They have to switch up their game plan and really play in between the two boxes, right? When we talk about the middle of the field, that's ever so important.
Yeah.
You can't commit forward, right? You can't. If you get the second you get past the box of your defenders, of your opponents, then that's going to make it even more difficult to try to get it back, especially when your speed is already something that you're working on as a squad.
That's what I'm thinking. What Filippo Berry is going to do tonight is kind of wait for Hopewell to push up and then just have their goals. Because as soon as that happens, they miss a shot, they're going to have to be hightailing it back. And you know how well Filippo Berry can play.
Yep.
It could be ugly.
For sure. For us, we're looking for keys to the game for Hopewell. As far as how they will challenge Filippo Berry here, in my eyes, it'll have to be play off their mistakes. They're going to perhaps get in their own heads as far as their ego goes. They know that they're already better on paper, and then they know that they're also on the 3-2 advantage.
Yeah.
So if they're trying to style on you, that's the moment that you have to take advantage of it, right?
Absolutely.
Wait till they hit the ground and then start going.
Yeah, if I'm hopeful, I really hope they're going to try to showboat, and so we have a shot at just
Catch
going
and run. Yeah.
catch and run. As soon as they make a mistake, they're going to have to they're going to have to make it happen.
Yeah, it's time to dig deep if you're Hopewell right here. Coming up on this channel, as far as the rest of the matches coming up tonight, we've got Ardrey Kell facing off with JT Williams next as well. And I know everybody's been waiting for that one.
Yeah, that is definitely the most anticipated match of the night, even though even after that one, they got a South Meg versus Olympic, and that's going to be another good match, too.
Oh, my goodness, yes. I mean, South Meg has had 2 losses on the season, but they were to the last 2 that I mentioned,
yes.
right? Ardrey Kell and JT Williams. They're going up against Olympic. They're number 3 right now, just 1 loss in their back pocket. So, I mean, that's not going to be an easy task for South Mech, but this is the challenge that they absolutely want, because we talk about this being a potential top 3 team when we talk about South Mech. Right now, they're currently at number 5, and this would propel them forward to a whole different degree here with that head-to-head matchup against Olympic. To get that win would be huge for Skimmett, and see Hercules, who's stepped up, and Peyton, who's been very solid as well.
Yeah, I mean, Olympic has been playing well, so this is definitely that task for South Mech. It's like, hey, are they in the same tier as Olympic? Well, who's going to win? Who's the better team out of those 2? We'll find out. But there you go in this B stream. We still got more matches coming up as well.
That's right. So over on the Olive channel, we've got Palisades and West Charlotte that wrapped up. Palisades with the win there against West Charlotte. Mallard Creek and College of Engineering, who've been trying to step up their gameplay as well. We'll get you the details on results there. We don't have those on hand. That North Mech and Harding game also going to be coming up here shortly on that channel. That's a good one to watch. Number 1, because these are teams that have had a rough season, yes, but these are also the teams that they were waiting for, because they know they can challenge them, and they are ready to go. North Mech looking for their first win. They've had their struggles, but they know Harding could be vulnerable. But then again, Harding's one of those teams that we saw also challenge some of the mid to top tier range too, with a couple of wins.
And that's what it's about. I mean, that's why you play those top teams and mid teams just as hard, because you learn from those as well. So that's what I like to see, is playing those top teams. Will they take what they learn from, getting beat by them against teams kind of their same caliber?
That's right, absolutely. And speaking of that exact scenario as well, CLT Virtual taking on Garinger as well after them. So CLT Virtual, unfortunately, they've got a little bit too hot to handle team there across the pitch from Rocky River, who we just saw too, and Rocky River just looking strong from the get-go here tonight, and it's been carrying throughout the season.
Yeah. I mean, Rocky River's on a tear, and that just put them a little bit higher on the leaderboards as well.
All right, well, production, let us know. Are we ready to go to game 1? We'll be here momentarily. Hopewell again going up against Filippo Berry. It'll be a 2v3 situation, so we'll get you to the pitch as soon as we can. Again, Destroyer Killer is going to be the player to watch here, and perhaps one of the ones that will try to style them.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we going to see flip resets, the musty? What do you think is going to happen when it comes to the Filippo Berry squad? I mean, Destroyer, what do you think he's going to be doing?
The reason why I think that's actually not going to be the case is because Destroyer hasn't been known to be the heavy mechanical player. Otherwise, we'd be talking about him like we talk about Skimmett on a regular basis, right? This guy's unbelievable. The plays that he makes are incredible. Destroyer still makes amazing plays, but it's not flashy plays, right? It's just
get to the point.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. He's right to the point.
And that's how you can get the GC1. That's a secret tip for all of you that are on that Champ 3 level. If you keep your gameplay simple, a lot of times you can actually make it to that level just by being keeping your head down and working.
Yeah, you don't have to be the flashiest player, and that's what I was told as well. Is you can stay on the ground and still just be as good. Just as long as you're in the right spot, at the right time, and know when to get back, know the rotations, and really that's it.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the All-Star game as well that went on too on the CMS League as well. This a couple weeks ago, but I do want to kind of talk about it because we were talking about fantasy football
That's right.
during the break here. So let's talk Fantasy Rocket League or Fantasy CMS League, right? So what are some of the players that you want on your team if you had the first pick in the draft? Would it be Barris or would it be Skimmett?
See, yeah, you already knew the top two, right? You know, is it McCaffrey? Is it Barkley? Who is it?
Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm thinking, man, I would have to go. You know what? I'm gonna go Skimmett, and you know, I don't think there's really a wrong answer when it comes to that, but I'm gonna go Skimmett just because I've seen what he can do even without a team behind him. Like, I'm not taking that away from you know, his old team, but a little bit less of you know, skill level when it came to that. Yep. And now he's got a team behind him, and I mean, I just put him on an all-star team. What is he gonna do?
Yeah, it's like DJ Moore, you know, transferring to a team that has a quarterback.
Actually, that's too close to home.
Actually, that may not even be true. We don't know about Justin. Anyways, this is a Rocket League stream. Let's stay with that. Skimmett's a great pick. I mean, just because he puts up the numbers, he might not be on the team that is undefeated currently, but yeah, you're absolutely right. I think he's great. Barris is obviously the second choice in my eyes because he has a Rux around to kind of help him out too, and so definitely on my list as far as the top 5 go for these players here in the league. Who would be your third? Would you default to Rux off the bat?
Yeah, I think so. If you name some other names that might come to mind.
Yeah, yeah, let's go with Nutella. Where is he on your list here?
I think I'm going to take that over Rux, honestly.
Yeah,
I think so. Okay. And no shame to Rux if you're watching this. He's like, wait, what? You're going to take that?
His game's next, so you know he's in the stream.
That's true. That's very true.
Let him know.
Sorry, Rux.
No, that's completely fair.
I'm trying to get you fired up for your game.
Yeah, Nutella's got to be a close one up there as well for me. So we'll round up that one. So I do want to have this conversation with you as well as we await a word from production as far as where we go from here. Want to hear about Ardrey Kell. What makes them such a special team here? Because you have the top 2 dogs. We talk about Barris Rux. Right, and then you have Creeper as the third. So what is it about this dynamic team that really makes them special?
I think it's because they've played together in the last season. Well, and it's the same thing with you know, JT. So not taking that away, but just that chemistry, Rux and Barris. Like, we've heard that you know, in the last season, and they play really well together. They're, you know, 2 peas in a pod, and they just vibe.
Definitely, they put in the work together too. It's not just CMS League is active and therefore we're playing together.
Right.
Instead, it's Rux and Barris continuously grinding through the offseason, right? And are putting in the work, time and effort, hours consistently together. Now, when it comes to a third Creeper is where I kind of draw the question mark of how is this team so effective whenever, you know, he isn't as involved in the offseason, but whenever the season comes around, you know, the other 2 are willing to go to work and know that Creeper is going to be the third and can stick around, be that solid, solidified number 3, and can actually make big plays when they matter.
Yeah, I mean, they're in week 7. They haven't lost, and you know, it's one of those things where Creeper just fills in perfectly. He kind of has, you know, he watches what Rux and Barris does. Whatever you need, I can fill in. I can do too, and that's what he's been doing. Just falling into place, being that team player, and going back to that Barris and Rux. I mean, the passing between those two is just unreal, and you know, you can't really see that anywhere, especially if you don't see, you know, people playing together all the time. That's how you get it, and Barris and Rux got that down.
How many times do you see teams pursue and go after bumps and demos consistently on both of these players, Rux and Barris? Their ability to get creative and make plays out of essentially nothing is outstanding. I mean, their improvisation, just based on the fact that they're just highly mechanical players, that they have the speed that other teams don't have. That's what makes this team so special, is that top 2. And then when you have the third to round it out, I mean, you could put Creeper in there. They put Skimmett in there for like stay plugged in events as well. I mean, that's probably a good idea when you have his talent too. But no matter who you put in that third spot, they're always number 1 dynamic, but number 2 responsible, getting back on the defensive side as well. We've got game number 1 of this matchup now. Hopewell looking to get into things 2v3 against Philip O'Berry. And just as we we imagined. It is off to a 1-0 start for Philippa Berry.
8 seconds in, I thought I was going to be a little bit faster than that. Philippa Berry, I'm ashamed. Just kidding, as you already see 8 seconds only on the board and you see a goal. And that's Destroyer, though, but, you know, that's kind of what we expected.
They said the average time for a kickoff goal to be scored is 7 seconds. So you're right. That's very funny.
Taking too much time, lollygagging over there.
A second too long for our taste. No, they'll go back and forth here. All in good fun, of course, if you're watching the channel.
Now tell me if this is just wrong or if you think this is a good idea. If I was Philippa Berry, I would just have one guy dedicated straight to just demoing.
Yes.
And, I mean, why not, right? I mean, then it's just a 1v2. And, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, people are getting frustrated. They're going to be looking over their shoulder or, I guess, in Rocket League, in the rearview mirror to see if anyone's going for the demos. So I feel like, you know, kind of put them on edge. And, you know, I feel like that would be a decent strategy. And we already see a different kind of kickoff right there. And, yeah, Philippa Berry already knew what they were doing.
Put them on edge and put them on tilt. And then suddenly it's just one of the easier matchups you played here in the league for sure. And that's what they've been doing. Here we go. 3-0 at the score lines as they're able to hop out to a quick lead. We imagine that will continue as well. And Hopewell, unfortunately, I mean, this is what happens when attendance is a little bit spotty. We don't know exactly what the reason was, but unfortunately when all players cannot make it, that's where that depth comes in handy too.
Absolutely, and yeah, you definitely, you know, if you're a part of Hopewell, you know, the school, and you're decent at Rocket League, or just, I mean, you could be helping out the team right now.
Yeah, you just pick up the game now, today. It's free to play there on the Epic Store, and start grinding. Right, you can have your spot there on the varsity roster before you know it. This one will bounce high. Destroyer just going to kill that down for the Meatball. I believe making one of their first appearances. I think we saw them earlier in the season, but led by Q and Destroyer Killer. They'll get some playing time as well. I'd like to see Philippa Berry get some other players in here too if they have some depth.
Yeah, I would like to see their full roster, honestly. That'd be nice to just kind of, you know, mix and match and see all the type of players that they have on their, you know, just in their back pocket. As we see Meatball get his goal.
And just from that little tiny crease where it goes up the wall, and then Sphere is just trying to tap it away. And that's what's going to happen when you're in that TV3 scenario. You know that everybody's going to be challenging all the time as far as your opponents go. So you have to do something with that ball pretty early, and so you see a little bit of panic in their eyes. But fortunately, that's the way it's going to be. So Q takes a shot. That one will go a little bit wide, but we'll kill more time here for Philippa Berry, who just have to wait it out at this point, and they'll take early leads and probably kill it off from there.
Yeah, right now, already 4-0. You know, this is kind of what we expected, and one of those things where it's very unfortunate that you don't have a third on this. And even if they did have a third, though, just the high caliber play Philippa Berry has been playing throughout the season, it would have been a tough match already. But especially with one guy down, that's going to really hurt them.
I mean, let's do the math. There's been a few times, you know, in the football atmosphere where you have 11 on the field, right? You didn't realize that you only had 10 on the field. Talk about how big of a disadvantage that is already, right? And then you add to the fact that that's a fraction of 10/11s, right? Yeah. Think about like 1/3, right? So instead of 1/11th of your team missing, it makes a big difference. Think of 1/3 of your roster missing. I mean, that would be like trying to put 7 on the field and trying to stop a dynamic offense.
Yeah, and yeah, when you put it that way, yeah, it's basically, you know, one more player down, that's over half of your team, and it's just very unfortunate that, you know, that's the case, but, you know, it's one of those things. It happens.
All right, well, this will fly to the corner. It'll be Q. That's actually best.
Okay.
This one might be a chance for Hopewell. In fact, they miss, and they get one on the board.
Bronze it.
Able to get one in for Hopewell. And you love to see them at least taking advantage of some mistakes here from Philippa Berry.
From coast to coast, Pro Bronze, it puts it from the corner all the way down, and hey, they're not getting shut out in game 1.
That's right. All right, so we have one goal from Hopewell. It is one more than I expected, and I love it. As this kickoff will go sidewall. And under 2 minutes here, and Hopewell's done a good job to keep it close. But I also want to mention that Philippa Berry doing a good job to not let this one get out of hand as well, in the sense of, it's all about that sportsmanship at the end of the day.
Absolutely. We've seen other games where they've gone a little bit too far, but hopefully, great job by Philippa Berry, doing the respectful thing.
No doubt. I imagine that styling may come sooner rather than later. I said Destroyer, he may not be at that caliber of Skimmit, but he can still dance around from time to time and take a victory lap if he wants.
And another one goes in here for Philippa Berry, and that was a great play. But, right over Hopewell's car on that. But, yeah, it's just one of those things. just one of those things. Down 2-3.
All right. Major focus for this matchup, of course, will be the stem side. So let's hope that both teams did submit the stem portion here, discounts. Otherwise, we might have a match to forget here in this one.
And there's another one there for Philippa Berry. Minute 6 remaining. And, looking kind of what we expected with man down beyond Hopewell.
I can almost guarantee in minute 6 we'll see one more goal from Philippa Berry, and that'll probably be it. Seeing as that would, of course, land us the Brazil and would be the finale, as Meatball will perhaps put them on the board now. Sure enough, they will. Just getting right between the two.
Somehow got that through,
yeah.
I saw the pinch coming from Sphere and Bronzit, and somehow Meatball was managing to get that ball right through, that small little gap. So hats off to Meatball for putting up, I think, his 3rd or 4th goal here in this game 1.
And now Hopewell, their goal to get another one on the board. And work from there, Pro Bronzit. Gonna let Meatball miss, and then Sphere right back out of the zone. Pro Bronzit going to challenge Destroyer Killer as well. This one back down to the ground, and Meatball will look to try to maybe master a little bit of his mechanics there as he tried out the Musty. And now Destroyer back down in front of the net, but Sphere will do a good job to handle business defensively from Hopewell. And you got to keep everything in front of you if you're Hopewell.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you really can't make any mistakes. And even if you don't make mistakes, bad things can happen being down a player. So, it's one of those things where you just can't really make any mistakes. But just the difference between these two teams, they're going to have mistakes. They're going to have mistakes. But we do see Sphere Master get on the board, once again. And that's 2 goals here for Hopewell in game 1.
Yeah, Meatball and Q just dancing around there. It's an own goal there, but he'll take credit for that goal nonetheless. You pad your stats, going towards the end of the season and moving to the next one for sure. This one down to 10 seconds left. Philippa Berry will just kill some time here. You see Destroyer and Q with the combo to pinch it back towards their own ends. Perhaps the last second goal, maybe they'll want that. No, they'll hit it to the ground respectively. And it'll be Philippa Berry, listed as Berry here on your screen, that take the 1 game. And how sweet this Berry tastes right now.
Oh, man. Very sweet. Very sweet, because right now they are in a great spot in week 7 with Hopewell down one player. So, I think they're pretty sweet right now.
Without further ado, let's get right into the stem portion and see what they've created here, as Hopewell will kick us off here in week 7. It'll be live app reviews for this week. Let's check it out.
Hopewell, Monotine, we are trying to get logged in here. Login seemingly not working, but I have a workaround, but obviously that's a big deal. So Malcolm's still trying. I'm going overriding here like regular people couldn't do.
I tried 3 different emails and I can't seem to get logged in. It's not validating the password correctly.
So I'm going to go to resources. Boom. Oh, here we go. Internship. At Aquatech pool attendant. Go here and see more. More. Oh, hello. Rating. I'd like to leave a rating. 5 stars.
10 out of 10 stars.
Wonder if that actually went somewhere. Okay, back. I'm navigating the app. I'm doing it. So let's go back to home here. Personal goals. Nothing. Oh, apostrophe S. Can I go back? I can't even go back. Go back to home. Oh, I can't. Oh boy. Let's go back to home that way. Let's go to options. Oh, dark mode. I want to see it. Did that do it? A lot of nulls. Ooh, boy. Save.
Yeah, so they have some content here, visit website for College Foundation. That seems to work. Uh, here, I was trying to go back actually. College level examination.
All right. I think we've seen there's some stuff here, but there's some significant problems.
Malcolm doing big things there. It's in reviewing that app. And Tark as well with some feedback as well on that Hopewell side. We'll see if their Rocket League team, it's down 2v3. And do a little bit more work in this one as we see more players enter in here for Philippa Berry, which is just what we were hoping that we might see.
Yeah, we got a little bit different names.
Atomizer, maybe?
Yeah.
I think is the name there. So
Destroyer, Atomizer, and Meatball. What a trio.
Adonism? Adonism. We got it now. 1-0 here for Philippa Berry and Adonis.
We're going to call him Cam.
Adonis Cam, I think it is. So we're going to go with Cam. Cam put them on the board. 1-0 Philippa Berry.
Yeah, you love seeing it, though. Like,
yeah,
I love seeing the, guys off the bench basically coming in and just, taking it. Yeah. They're just handling business. Hey, I could do this as well, just as good. And you see Cam, step up to the plate.
Yeah, and you can practice some of these things in real time. I mean, it definitely helps going into training and trying to incorporate some of these players, and even in some unrated games from time to time with the players included. But to get that real-time experience is always pretty nice, and to kind of find out passing lanes, kind of figure out what you would want to do should the occasion arise where you need to put Cam in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for a while, I didn't even know they had practice in Rocket League. So for a while, I was just, going in a ring, just playing games nonstop. And I eventually got better at just being in the right spot. But then I found out, hey, I can go in practice mode and learn these, different shots or different, opportunities. And you can just keep resetting it. So that was really cool. That now, all the kids are doing that now, and they're getting really good at these, mechanics.
Yeah, there's training packs come in handy for sure. I mean, you talk about not only the, they had just a regular in-game training for a while, and then over time, Rocket League then incorporated the custom training, which was little packs that individuals would create as far as different shots that you can hit, right? That's the one that you're referring to.
So maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was just wasn't in the game when I started playing. And that's exactly probably what happened. So I never really went back to the practice mode because it was just the same stuff, just regular training. And I was like, well, I've already done all this stuff.
Yeah, and then for those who are on PC, you also get an added bonus as well, as you have some of these custom maps too that they brought into the game through a third-party site called Bacchus Mod. And even if you don't use Bacchus Mod, which is just extra training packs, extra training advancements that you can add to the game too. But there's also, these custom maps that they've created for these occasions that help with your air drags, with your mechanics, with your dribbling, right? There's literal obstacle courses that people have created in Rocket League that aren't official in Rocket League, but because the players have created them, it gives you just a whole different challenge and a whole different world opens up as far as what you can practice.
Yeah, and I just like it because it takes away the excuse of, well, my team's not on, we can't practice, right?
Yep.
No, you can go straight into a custom practice and just keep trying different, different levels of shots, different levels of wall hits, just anything. Anything and everything really is in that. So it's really great that that's a part of the game.
Yeah, and you have these members, of the community that literally creates diamond level shooting, right?
Yeah.
And champion level shooting, and they're pretty accurate, by the way. So I've used a lot of them for my subpar champ level play, and been able to fine tune that. It's almost got the GC here recently.
There you go.
These training packs are the real deal, and so I encourage any of the players here that might have been struggling and didn't know that those custom maps are out there. Definitely check out. Go to training, then go to custom training, and then have your world just open up as far as what you can practice.
For sure, even the the students at home that want to be a part of, you know, this league and want to be a part of their esports team. Well, get practicing, because you could easily land yourself a spot on the team. Just, you know, get good.
Exactly, get good. This is in the industry, that's right. I mean, with Valorant, you have the same thing too with the range, right? You can go out and work on your training, right? Work on your, you know, your retakes, your defusals, things like that. All these esports have different training modes. All you have to do is a quick YouTube search, right? And you can really open up your gameplay and work on these things. And luckily for these students, I mean, they have the best coaches in the industry to help them out, right? As far as the beginner level goes. So definitely ask your coaches. If you've run out of training things, if you don't know what to practice next, a simple reach out to your coach will go a long way.
Yeah, for sure. Coach will definitely tell you, you know, maybe what you need to work on, for sure. I mean, hey, you're not, your area's a little off. Go in the training mode, figure it out, right?
That's right. Angles are off a little bit too. Just work on it. And so the coaches do a great job there for sure. So let's talk LAN as well. That's coming up just around the corner, about a month away or so. And so with this LAN, obviously Charlie mentioned secret location, so don't want to speculate into that and maybe perhaps accidentally pick the wrong place. But I do want to talk about the atmosphere here. I know you were here last time, and I'm talking like introductions into the arena. We're talking just an atmosphere of parents that are excited about the game of Rocket League, and how we get to add new titles too.
Everything. I mean, just everybody who was there. You know, news stations, right, covered it, and you know, it was just everybody in one building, and you know, the camaraderie was there. Honestly, the respect that each team had for each other was great, and you know, really didn't see any rage or anything in the building. Everyone had great attitudes, win or lose, and you know, obviously it was the stakes. Everyone wanted to win the whole thing, but you know, eventually there's only going to be one winner, and that was Audrikel at the end of that night.
It was, and Barris got to talk to news reporters and handled it like a boss, by the way. I love seeing that too. Is Philip O'Berry going to go up 2-0 in this series? So make sure that you have those dates written down for sure. Remember, it's next month. It's going to be May 26th and 27th. That's a Friday and Saturday, by the way. So make sure you have that down too. It's not going to be Wednesday Night Lights. It'll be a different day. So make sure that you have that marked down correctly. Let's get back into the sim side now, as we'll see our next submission and see where we can go from there. It's going to be Charlotte Engineering actually facing off. Don't get them confused. Remember, we're facing off with teams that are at the same state. So this is going to be Charlotte Engineering's Week 7 submission.
Charlotte Early Engineering, and this is Clean Town. We just logged in, a little bit janky, but it actually worked, kind of. So now we're here. Let's play around, man. I'm going to go to the smokestacks. I just
Nuclear
learned
power. House's label. See? Nuclear.
What is this thing? Oh, label.
Hear that audio?
What was that?
I dig it. I don't know. It's a tuba. You love the
Label?
tuba, right?
I do love the tuba.
There's like the houses or something.
What does this mean?
I'm not sure how to back out of
I
this.
think we're stuck here now. Oh, man. This is about Clean Town, this dude?
I guess so.
That's the mayor of Clean Town. Welcome to our town. We only play the tuba here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and refresh, figure out how we got stuck in there. We're back in the Clean Town.
I'm stuck in a loop here. You
Oh.
know what I did appreciate about this app is Facebook, right? You have Facebook login for us boomers
They
here.
knew it. They knew it.
Yep. Doesn't actually work when you click the button, but it's there.
I think I'm going to just sit back now. I feel like I've experienced this. Once you hit the mayor, you're good to go.
Yep.
And to game number 3 we go here, as Philip O'Berry on the board quite quickly, and but not the 7 seconds, still 11 seconds here.
11. They're going down now. I think they're playing down to their competition right now, Bear.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's a hot take.
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
I know.
Philip O'Berry is just, the great team. Even when they're going up against, all three opponents, they do well. So, just taking one down just made it a little bit easier for them. So, yeah, just one of those things. And there's their second goal.
Yep. Hugh will put it in quickly and start from there.
But going back to, the LAN, I mean, how great was, just everyone's attitude. We had Serper in the building.
That's
He
right. I was going to say the same
yeah,
thing.
he was passing out, jerseys for, different. I think they had a bunch of
There's
different
awards.
yeah, for the end of the season.
Students. That's right. They had both on the STEM side, by the way, for those who are more tech savvy and were just putting up performance after performance on the STEM side. I mean, well earned from some of those students, but also on the Rocket League side, right? They had the Savior Award, right? I think it was the Golden Glove.
Yep.
Was that one, right? So you had the Playmaker, the Dynamic Playmaker, and giving away different types of merch too, right?
Yep.
You had jerseys signed, by the way. Some of them, I believe. Don't hold me to that. I believe it was, but just it's so cool to see the kids' faces light up, right?
Yeah.
When you win an award that's it wasn't mentioned at the beginning of the year, but I think that made it a little bit more special. Like, oh crap, recognition.
They even had
right?
most improved.
That's
so
right.
it's like, even if you're not the best at Rocket League, but you can, we can tell how big of a difference, from the beginning of the season till the end, you could even win awards from that. So how great is that? You don't have to be the best player here, in the league, but still able to win all these different types of awards, which is really cool.
And that was that applied to both the Rocket League and the STEM portion, if I'm not mistaken, too, which means just like no matter what your strengths are, right, or what you want your strengths to be, if you're working hard towards that, I think it's very important that you do have that positive reinforcement, right, that feedback that says, I mean, you've been working your butt off, we recognize it, and we want to see it continue.
Yes.
As well is even more so important. But that's a great step to get these students working, because it's not something that I always believed or like that I always accomplished myself.
Yeah.
So I love to see the hard work put in.
And then, even just the fans who were there, just supporting their, high school was awesome, because, we had literally chants behind us, and it just made the whole night, really special and amazing. And just I hope we can get that this season, and if not even top that.
Yeah, and so I'm not going to say it was the level of a Charlotte FC game or a Carolina Panthers game. Those are absolutely wild. You have to go to one of those if you haven't already. If you're in the city of Charlotte, even just visiting, or if you live in the city of Charlotte, if you haven't gone, what are you doing? Definitely make it out to one of those. But because, we're in that tight venue of the Carolina Esports Hub, where everybody got to experience everything firsthand, right? You could feel the energy in this building, and it felt pretty dang close.
Really close. I mean, it was, we had, just everybody here.
Yeah.
There was, hardly any space, and it was just great how everybody was just involved and excited, and, it was just great.
It was phenomenal. As Philip O'Berry probably feels about themselves currently. Sphere, no! Oh, you're going backwards. Yeah, I feel like he just wanted to accomplish a goal, and listen, he was able to get that one.
He said, if I don't make one, at least on our side, we're gonna make one on your side.
Oh man, 6-0 now in the scoreline here for Philip O'Berry. They won the first two, and it looks like they will most likely close out here as well. But let's go ahead and get into the details of the next matchups coming up here, because it's going to be absolutely incredible. First of all, we start off with Ardric Kell versus JT Williams. Those are going to be two undefeated teams here. Rux, Barris, and Creeper, we just talked about them and gave them a full detail rundown. So let's switch over our focus to the JT Williams side and see what they got going on. I mentioned Nutella, and you said probably top 4.
Yeah, and I really think it comes down to him tonight is if he's on his A game, because if he's on his A game, Grassy and Snore really just kind of fall into place with that JT Williams squad. But, Nutella is just that guy. He's the leader. He is the person who's doing all these, mechanics in the air and aerials and all that stuff. So, look forward to him, and it really all comes down to how well he performs.
It certainly will. You see Cam, he actually dug out a defensive gym there on the goal line to save it on one end, and was able to transition that down. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
But yes, definitely agree with that. And so with Nutella, have to step up, have to perform at your top end. And we saw that at the LAN last year, by the way. And you have Grassy that's always been there to be that number 2, like we saw with Edwin earlier, you know, in the stream here with Sleet for, forget which team, oh my goodness. Drawing
great
blank
duo.
here. A solid duo for that independent side. So now talking about JT Williams, their third coming in. It's been Snore traditionally. We've seen him a couple of times recently as well. And so perhaps he gets the call again. I mean, he was good enough to challenge at the LAN last time. Why not again?
Absolutely. I mean, they did it. You know, this is a team that you cannot count out, Bear. And I know you know that. I'm just saying that for the viewers at home, because this is a team that they might be down 2-0 at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
If you count them out, they will come back and beat you. I mean, it's just simple as that. We've seen it time and time again. You know, they might not start out the hottest, but this is a team that always finishes. So I'm very curious on how this game's going to start. You know, will Audrey Kell be able to just kind of just get them backs against the wall early? I don't think it really matters. I think JT is a team that can answer back. So I think it's going to be a good series.
Yeah, you can pull so many side-by-side comparisons with traditional sports, and this is another one. One of those teams that is never out of a game. They're down 3-0. There's 3 minutes left, right? In, let's say, whether it be soccer or whether it be you know, hockey, right? Same thing applies. There's always been some of those teams where even if you're down at that point in time, they always find a way to come back. And so JT Williams seems to be one of those teams. As you see Hopewell on the board now.
Yeah, that was their 3rd or 4th goal this series. So, yeah, they're still putting up some goals. Right, exactly. Hey, being down a player, and they're still putting up points. So, good to see that.
100%. Yeah, those just JT Williams never seems like they're out of a game. Even if it's Audrey Kell, they seem to just know the mission ahead of them, and their creativity has always been something I've been raving about since the get-go to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back, I mean, let's just look at how many games they've even lost, and that's Audrey Kell. They've only lost 2 games. Now now I'm not talking about the series. Obviously, they've won everything on that, but they've only dropped 2 games in this whole, you know, this whole season so far. And then looking at JT Williams' side, you know, it was about 4 games. So they're really close when it comes to, you know, losing, you know, the games. Not too many, which is always good to see. But hey, someone's got to win. Someone has to win. This is going to be, I think, the most anticipated match coming right up very soon.
100%. Somebody has to win. It was Philippa Berry this time in this match, as they were able to go 3-0 over Hopewell. And Hopewell, don't hang your heads. Obviously, it was a 3v2 situation. Not much you could do in that situation, except for hope for the best results when it comes to the STEM side. Well, let's go ahead and toss it over to the STEM desk now and see what they have to say about their STEM submissions.
7 of the Varsity STEM Showdown, where everything they've built up to this point, 2 old people have to sit here and figure out if we can play them.
We've seen presentations so far, but they can't hide the functionality anymore. And if we can't figure it out, that means that anyone over the age of 30 can't figure it out.
All right, week 7 Varsity STEM Showdowns. We just got done playing with the apps of Hopewell versus Charlotte Early Engineering Seek. What did you think?
I thought, you know, they were both really good. I really appreciated the tuba player on Seek.
You mean the mayor
The mayor of Cleantown, yep. But I think Hopewell had a lot more functionality built out, except login didn't seem to work, no matter which username, password, how many times you signed up. But we could see from kind of clicking around in there that they have a lot of functionality.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, because at week 7, we're testing it as a normal user should be, and they should be marketing, getting folks out there. That is unusable right now. But Seek, again, I don't know what what exactly I was looking at there. They've got some work to do. How would you score it?
I'm personally going to go 1-1 because I think both teams need to kind of step it up a notch. What do you think?
Oh man. So if you're going to go 1-1, I do think both teams need to step it up. But that Seek stuff, I mean, like that, if I look at who needs to step it up in what ways, like Hopewell needs to step it up a little less than Seek to get that to be usable. Seek needs to go in there and really put some content in that functionality. Make that mayor of Cleantown do something. Would you would you rather me go 2-0 for Hopewell? Or would you rather me go 1-1 here? My gut says a 1-1 probably makes more sense, but the functionality, I could argue.
Hopewell, definitely deserve. They had more functionality built out.
But I debate over. Have sold me 2-0 from me on that front. That's going to leave us with 3 points Hopewell, 1 point Seek.
And so, again, we have some of the best competition coming up here in the CMS Esports League. The Battle of Undefeated's coming up now.
This is it, guys. This is what everyone's been wanting to see since week 1, right? I mean, I think everyone knows these two teams are ready to go at it. Like I said earlier, had this calendar circled. They're ready for tonight.
I said now, but I lied to you. We'll take a quick break.
Sorry.
It's all about that anticipation. It's all about the broadcasting, right? That's how TV works. And so we're going to take that quick break. Be right back with JT Williams facing off with Ardrick Kell after this. Discounts back with you here on the CMS Esports and Stim League channel. We're glad to have every single one of you. Again, want to show some love to the B stream as well, so check it out just add a B to the end of the URL that you're on it right now. And give Hill Monkey Man and Mr. Bepic some love over there, too. They're always holding it down.
Let them know we sent you.
Let them know we sent you. Discounts and Bear. Let them know. We head to our best, or one of the best matchups, because you mentioned there might be another one after this one.
I think
that
so.
are going to be pretty cool too, but let's check out the lineups now of this one.
Yeah, this one's just as good, though. We got Rux, Barris, and Creeper on the Audrey Kell side, and for JT Williams, Snore, Grassy, and Nutella, all 6 of these players are unreal. But hey, they're also all undefeated. Can't say that after tonight.
That's right. And they all have prom dates too.
Ooh.
Well, at least we know Snore does. I don't know about the rest. Probably the way we would imagine. So this is the battle of undefeated. So yeah, let's get into it. Discounts. You're about to say something. This is the battle of undefeated. How could we get a match after this one that might be better than this one?
Well, I mean, you look at it. It's Olympic and South Mech. Those 2 teams are, they're in that caliber, both side by side. That same kind of tier, but one of them has got to win, and they're really neck and neck when it comes to it, especially, well, in my eyes, they're very similar. So I'm looking for another close game after this one.
Word is we have game number 1 of the undefeated matchup going on, and so let's go ahead and send it down now. It is JT Williams facing off with Audrey Kell, the matchup we've all been waiting for on the CMS Esports League channel. It begins now.
Yeah, and already off to just, honestly, a really even start. You saw them both kind of go for the ball, had a lot of, stales, and we're here now. Wow.
Yeah, this is going to be top-level play. This will be a pace that we haven't seen very frequently this season, and when we do, it is always a close matchup. As right now, JT Williams will try and control, but Creeper up on it as well. We said maybe not the strongest of everybody on Audrey Kell, and yet every single time he seems to show up.
Yeah, and you already see what he's going for, these arrows and everything. And look at that. That was a great shot by Barris, Nutella, but Barris able to clear that one out.
And Rux from the back wall will work. It looked like they had a bit of a miscommunication. So for Audrey Kell, that's not good. For JT Williams, you're like, oh, maybe this Audrey Kell team, if they keep making these mistakes, we're going to try to find a way to expose it. We'll see if they can do it. Here as Nutella will use the corner, try and push forward, and was able to do just enough to maybe not get horizontally, but not vertically. Grassy will do the rest of the job and send it all the way back down into the Audrey Kell.
And this shows you just how different of play these teams are dealing with, how fast they are, how rotations are working. Just everything is just, they're all over the place, but they're they're doing it with, precision.
AMM will take the place of Snore here. We had mentioned that maybe there's going to be a switch out eventually. Look at Nutella make a save! That seemed impossible. He got over to it. Wow, what a move, as he was able to recover so much room in so little time.
And then with the setup, now that's for Grassy, and Grassy just missed it. And now Barris is going the other way, but look, AMM able to cut him off. Now Nutella's shot is going to be saved by Creeper.
And Grassy right back to it, though. We'll challenge the back wall. Creeper, he just bangs it off the back wall. Just, the shot goes a little bit high. AMM going to keep it in there. Nutella, the shot also wide, and we'll send it out to the corner, where Rux was able to jump out of here. AMM tries to settle down for Grassy, and JT Williams pressing on the doorstep, just trying to crack this defense any way they can.
I don't know how. I mean, this is just so good a play of defense right now by both teams. Both teams have had great shots. Both teams have had great saves. And, this is just exactly what we were expecting. Just 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, and still scoreless.
Rux and Barris, they look a bit antsy, and Creeper is kind of playing the victim of it, because it seems like he's been trying to make saves, and Barris not showing a whole lot of trust there, and they've been tripping over each other quite frequently here, and that shot also going to go by the wayside. Keep an eye on these two, because if they continuously start to slip just a little bit, we know what JT Williams can do to it.
Yeah, and, shots going back and forth. The tennis match continues as Nutella with another great save. Now Grassy with the save. This whole squad's about to get a save all within 10 seconds. But here's a shot. And this is not going to put. No, Rux is there.
Of course.
Is this going to. No, Rux is there.
From basically nowhere on the screen, somehow gets back there in time. Like, we see it every single time, and it's crazy. as Creeper will tap this one back down. Nobody gets to it. Barris able to get the first goal on the board for Ardrey Kell as they start off 1-0.
Yeah, what happened? Break this one down.
Yeah, it was Creeper with that touch, threw them off, and Nutella had already committed on that. So a bit of a double commit, not as harsh as you usually see, but any little space you give, Ardrey Kell takes advantage of it.
And I'm giving that to Creeper. I mean, without that touch backwards, they wouldn't be having the lead right now. We'd still be seeing a 0-0 game. So shout out to Creeper on that first play.
Who I think has been the strongest of the players for Ardrey Kell currently. And I don't think I've said that very frequently, but that's those are big plays, right? Those are big moments as he'll push forward as well. As now this one hangs up high center. AMM will push it out, but Rux able to send it right back in. He's going to try to get this read and got a touch on it, just goes a little bit wide. Barris back across. No, we need somebody out in front, but Rux had committed backwards towards Booze.
Yeah, he was already ready to switch back and get back in rotation, but I don't think he was expecting that ball to be right back for the opportunity for him to score. So we still got a minute left here remaining in game number 1, and JT Williams trying to tie this one up and kind of keep it on Ardrey Kell's side right now.
Yeah, you see the physicality, right? The bumps were coming up for GT Williams, trying to open up that space. But Barris continues to push it down, and put on that pressure. Make sure that they can't get to it. And they've done a good job, as Nutella looks a little bit lost on that play. And who else but Creeper to go up and challenge this time around will allow Barris to step up here.
Yeah, Creeper has just fallen into place perfectly. And we said this the last 6 weeks, really. He's always been that third guy, right? Well, right now he's looking like their main three. Like, this is it. This is looking like he is just fitting right in. And, especially with, the first 6 weeks, how well he's been playing.
I love the way that AMM has stepped up, too. I remember so many times we would see JT Williams build themselves out, and they had to because there's a few misses that you just didn't see quite frequently. But that play wasn't exactly his best. But look as Nutella keeps it alive, and now Creeper didn't mean to keep that one up, but unfortunately he did. It won't matter. JT Williams hits it to the ground. Ardrey Kell will take game 1.
We've seen things like that, what Creeper did, though, and it ended up backfiring in the past. We've seen that in Season 0. So luckily, it didn't happen for Ardrey Kell. They did, secure a game 1, which is huge, especially in this series. But yeah, shout out to Creeper and how well he's been playing.
No doubt. He's filled in the role quite well. I would argue the same for AMM. That last little push, though, I'd like to see a little bit more effort to keep that up. It just seemed like he felt a little bit lost, got a little bit too far ahead of himself, which is completely understandable. Yep. This is the first time that he's seeing Ardrey Kell, seeing this level of play in the CMS Esports League. And I thought he handled it quite well as a whole. You got to look at the full picture, the full 5 minutes. I thought he did well.
Only one goal in that last game. Yeah. Do you think that continues? Do you think it's going to be real defensive this whole series? Do you think eventually it's going to open up? We're going to see more goals? What do you think?
Definitely going to see more goals because we had this almost exact conversation, I think, at the LAN. And it's we always see a 1-0, right? The defense is holding back. And then suddenly you'll see a shift in mindset where one team will start to really take chances. And with this level of play, they pull them off, right? They're able to accomplish those passing plays, those heavy mechanically inclined plays. So you keep continuing at it, you're going to see more goals, but then you see the adjustment from the other side, you'll see them come right back at him. So we're going to see plenty of goals.
We'll see about the adjustments.
Well, let's see about adjustments after this stem portion as well. Let's check out and see what Ardrey Kell is able to do for their stem side going up against a very difficult JT Williams stem side. It better be good, boys. Let's see what you put together for Week 7.
All right, we are here with Ardrey Kell's app, Clean Cut.
Clean Cut. We logged in successfully, and now...
I thought the login experience could have been a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's not totally clear.
That's right.
I did like the voice prompt kind of berating you, like, this is not a valid user ID.
Click that. I love a good, solid burger. I'm going to go in there. How does this work? And there's nothing. Oh, boy. All right, so let's go back and browse. I like margarita pizzas. Okay, so let's create a meal. I'm gonna call tacos. The estimated price $57. Ingredients: taco meat and a burrito skin. I'm going to add this meal. Ooh, can I put a picture in there? Ooh, I could. I don't know what any of these pictures are, so I'm not going to do it. Add a meal.
I think you have to add a picture.
Oh, you have to. All right. Well, hopefully this isn't weird. Ellipse 16. Okay, it's nothing. Add a meal. Add a meal. Oh no. Non-functionalities. Guys, this is Audrey Kell. These are the top dogs.
Can't add a meal.
Oh boy.
All right.
Well, there we go.
I mean, which one would you try? Malibu, Malcolm's Malibus, or Tark's Tacos?
No, because I don't really know what's in Malcolm's fish. I don't know what type of fish, so I think I'm gonna have to go with the taco.
The one without the L, clearly. 'Cause
Yeah.
they misspelled his name. I don't know, man. The Malibu was $3 extra to that $10 meal, and I don't know if I can do it. But then again, Tark Tacos, that's pretty scary, man.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I'll try either.
Well, Arjun Kell going to press in pretty early there. Actually, there's JT Williams on it. Used to having them in orange, so apologies. As Arjun Kell now will push out of their zone. JT Williams looking to come out to a quick start, but when they do, the commits there. Good save from Nutella to keep it out for now.
Great shot right there, and that's going to be, of course, you know, Ruck's there to get a save, but it's going to hit the top cross. That's going to go out, and wow, that could have been a, you know, JT's chance.
Yeah, to kick it off early, right, as they continue to press in. Grassy, a good touch to get away from Rux. Now Nutella will press in. We'll use the wall to send it right back to center, and Grassy was there, but a good touch away from the defense of Archery Kell as they continue to try and escape the zone. AM holds back. Grassy uses his sidewall to get past one. We'll make it two with that extra little touch. And Rux, the senior, who won't be here next year, by the way, is the one to get the next touch here, and that could make a big difference for Audrey Kell.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already wondering about Creeper. You stepping up and filling that third role. Now, who are you going to replace Rux with?
See, that's the one thing is, you know, eventually everyone, you know, each year everyone's getting older. Everyone's eventually, you know, gonna, you know, move on to bigger and better things.
Yep.
Who is going to be that guy to, you know, come off the bench and take that role and be a starter?
Absolutely, in all the right ways, by the way. I mean, Rux, as a senior, has been participating in all the Stay Plugged In events that I've seen. So, I mean, that's just giving yourself the best opportunity to find collegiate, you know, opportunities within the scene to play in collegiate esports. And I think, you know, we'll probably see Rux up there as far as the CRL goes, the official collegiate game. And how great of a story would that be here for the CMS Esports?
Great, but we'll get the shot. That the follow-through was there, just missed.
And
oh my goodness.
That's two opportunities,
yes,
for Audrey Kell. And now it's JT Williams' job to really make them pay. They haven't been able to do it so far.
Yeah, they're not keeping it on their side. Right now, Audrey Kell's doing a really good job of just kind of just maintaining possession. But there's another shot, but he saved.
And Rux tried to head it out, but AMM was already on it. We'll send it off the ceiling, trying to get to Grassy. As they were both up pretty quickly. Nutella around to chip it past Creeper. Rux already up for it, though. They need some support up, and Grassy was already on it. Nutella tried to swipe at it. It's just AMM back, but Rux will send it wide.
Yeah, right now, Audrey Kell's just doing everything in their power to keep this ball on that side, and they've been doing a really good job on that. JT Williams just needs to get that ball over. But great shot. That was a pass and a shot. Great pass by Creeper. Nice shot by Rux.
That was incredible. Creeper just made a mockery of their defense, cut through two of them, and Nutella, the only one left on an island. I mean, he's been setting up just about every play.
We've been, you know, praising Barris, you know, pretty much all season, right? Creeper right now has been the guy I want to highlight in this series.
He's been him.
Yeah, he is him.
That's what I'm talking about, man. He's been incredible. That pass back down to Grassy. JT Williams a bit shell-shocked here because you lost 1-0 in game number 1. You come back in game number 2. It's feeling pretty similar. I said the goals were going to amp up here, but it could very well be this 1-0 count. Or will it, as JT Williams pitched right on cue, and they'll even the game at 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, Creeper was also the reason of their first goal in game 1. And but now, hey, we got a tie ball game here because of Grassy from coast to coast. And now, here we go. We're tied up in game 2. It's getting interesting, Bear.
Yeah, and it's not like JT Williams had to work overly hard for that one. That one just happened to be a lucky bounce that worked for him. But now you'll see JT Williams get into that gear. It doesn't matter how you get the first goal, but then suddenly when you get that first one, you'll see that energy levels rise consistently throughout the rest of this match.
Yeah, remember, this is the team that we say, they could be down 3-0 and easily come back. It's just something that they do. It's just something that we've seen before done multiple times from this team. And, great start here in game 2 for them.
Barris will try to settle. You saw Rux all the way up to the ceiling trying to make things happen here. As Nutella left by themselves yet again. As it is Rux trying to press out. And now Creeper holds a couple of touches there to try to send it outwards from his own net. He beats Grassy, but right on it was a shot there from AMM. Follow-up shot as well will go. JT Williams in the lead.
And that's AMM, like you said, filling in, for JT Williams. And what a way to do it by taking the lead here in game 2 with 32 seconds remaining. Oh my goodness, this is how you step up to the plate for your school.
And that's, this is the strength of JT Williams. You have to find creative ways to get around this defense because it was feeling so similar. Like it was going to be another 1-0 for Ardrey Kell. You know how many teams succumb under that pressure, right? They can't handle it. It feels the same way, therefore it will end the same way. And JT Williams has changed fate.
JT Williams, that whole squad has ice in their veins. I mean, it is unreal how calm, cool, and collected how they are. And that was a great shot, too. Now trying to answer back 1 second. They can't let this ball drop if you're Ardrey Kell. And if you're JT, you want this ball to hit the ground.
Creeper did a good job to take that one out, too, but Barris was too far back.
Oh.
And a mistake there from Barris after Creeper did so much work to try to keep it up. And JT Williams has even the series.
This is exactly what I think we were talking about. I mean, neck and neck, these two teams, especially the rivalry that we've seen between these two teams, how well they've been playing. Only one can win, and right now they are tied in this series.
In a series where you need your leaders to step up and you need your higher performance to do work. Ardrey Kell, I mean, they surrendered a game. Remember, that's only something that's happened twice.
Yep.
Over the course of the season.
And the crazy thing is, it's not the performers that we already talked about at the beginning. It hasn't been Nutella, and it hasn't been Barris. It's been everyone else.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can get involved in game 3.
Certainly will. JT Williams, riding that momentum off the esports side. Let's see if they carry it into the STEM side. They always do, let's be real. But you always got to see. You never know when you might slip up 1 week. Will it be this week? Probably not, but we'll have to check it out and find out. Here's JT Williams' submission.
We are here week 7 with JT Williams, fraud friend.
We logged in or didn't have to log in. So that's one note, and we're already in this. Let's see what's happening. My situation. Oh, I get this text saying I want a sweepstakes.
Let's see, what's happened in cybersecurity recently? Leaks.
I don't remember entering a raffle. Okay, that was basic info.
Free antivirus service.
Investment opportunity. It probably is. These are some good basics here. Let's go. Other. Let us help. Type it here. Wife wants me to buy.
Look at this. Look at this. Ardrey Kell might be a scam. Everybody's just giving it to Ardrey Kell
That was
here.
not my question, but that was a burn. The school has a graduation rate of 3%. Wow, that was not my question at all. Let's see fraud feed. That was the interesting part of this. Oh, there's a feed.
Yeah.
What's this going?
Slider.
The
The
volume?
slider does something. Not totally clear.
We go.
I don't know. It's
Favorite shoes. Oh man.
just kind of news. What about cyber? We want some kind of.
All right,
cyber
guys. I think we've seen it here. Fraud friend.
Always a heated battle, whether it be STEM or Rocket League. We head into game number 3, dead even at 1. And the kickoff will be very dicey as we see a demo right off the bat.
Still, though, low-scoring games. Like I'm really surprised that game 2 they weren't opening up. I mean, I guess there's more goals. You know, a couple more.
Technically, yeah.
But, I mean, it's still kind of low scoring.
Yeah, I agree. The defense is still so stacked, but Barris takes the shot laser. But Nutella was able to make the save. Bumped off it was AMM, but Nutella was able to read it by the time that the third rotated around for Ardrikel.
Yeah, and now Creeper is going to try it, but no, the double commit. This is the communication, which is very weird. You don't really see Ardrikel, you know, kind of miss their comms like that.
Yeah, not very frequently, that's for sure. Rocks back out. AMM does enough to keep it away from him and chip it over to Nutella as he's got the full left side of the pitch to work with. This will hit the ceiling. AMM didn't read it though. Tried to swoop back down and get a touch. Didn't work in his favor. Nutella back down the shot. Oh, Rux couldn't get to it. 1-0, JT Williams.
We said it last game, or at the end of last game, you know, Nutella hasn't got involved on scoring yet. Barris hasn't. Well, Nutella just did, and now JT Williams taking the early lead for a change.
Definitely different than what we've seen Ardrikel off to this hot start so frequently against no matter what team they go up against. So credit JT Williams to change that bit. As now AMM will hold playoff corner to Nutella, who misses. Barris thrown off by it though, luckily for JT Williams. And again, Barris struggling to find his way. Maybe it's the patterns just aren't the same as he's used to, but he's definitely not been that same Barris we've seen. As Creeper beat to it though, here's a chance for JT Williams. It's a break. That's 2-on-0. Nutella tries to chip it across quickly, but Rux had rotated back in time.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, that ball had to be basically placed right in front of the goal quick, because how fast, you know, this Ardrikel team and actually both JT Williams to get back in that situation. Great job. But look at that little flip there. Now Grassy has a shot and he gets it. Now JT Williams up 2-0 in game 3.
Oh man, Blasky must be sweating right now with his Ardrikel King that's been just bettered by lots of demos out in front. Barris has been very quiet, and there's a reason why. I mean, he's been targeted since the get-go. Every single challenge is right upon him once he gets the ball.
Nutella, really in that play, even though, you know, didn't get the credit for that goal, was able to flip it over the defender's, you know, car and then go for the demo in goal, which set up that wide-open shot for Grassy.
Yeah, this JT Williams team seems very confident with AMM coming through. But now the bump Samos,
yes.
Oh my, JT Williams, a taste of their own medicine there, but they're still able to get the defense on that one. As that one's chipped back again, Grassy able to bail them out too. As Creeper didn't know when Barris was gonna come across, he had to wait for him. This will tie it back down to Creeper and chipped out to where JT Williams can pursue, but Rux was already on it first.
Yep, it looks like right now, I mean, JT really just taking control of this game 3 when it comes to possession. But now Barris and Rux trying to answer back the duo like always, as almost, is this something? I thought I was waiting for it to go in, but somehow able to slide out. And now JT trying to take offense.
Grassy gets a good flick, but Creeper read it. He was up quickly as well as Nutella forced backwards on this one. Rux eyeballing across the field. He's got Barris to try and take a shot there, but again, Creeper was the one that was across the pitch that might have had a better angle for that shot in the first place.
And there you go, Bears with a great cutoff here. Let's see if he's going to be able to do anything with it. Not much boost, but there's Rux somehow not able to get it to him. And that's going to be cleared. Now back the other way.
I mean, Grassy took a shot, but that one's going to go well wide. Ardrikel, you got a minute 34. I mean, they looked like they were in control in game number 1, and maybe they were for a minute, but JT Williams has turned that. Now with goals coming at a premium, this 126 mark is going to be difficult, but oh my goodness, that one was almost almost worked through from Rux. Unfortunately, they weren't able to connect. Back out the center field where AMM is able to push it forward again and kill more time.
Yeah, this is, you know, very unlike Barris missing that shot on that. Even though that was a very tricky shot, you know, I'm not going to say he should have had that.
Right.
But it was one of those things where, you know, he usually makes those. I'm wondering if the pressure is getting to him.
Looks like it might be. This one also wide. JT Williams holding on to it. Barris able to tap it back down in front of himself to try to get a shot off. But again, nothing available there. AMM leaves it for Grassy. That one shot back in the zone. Rux made sure that one wasn't on target, but they continue to trip over one another.
Yeah.
This is just not the same Ardrikel team that we've seen so frequently.
It really looks like they're panicking when it comes to the goals. And Now you see why. I mean, Grassy with another one, and that's 3-0 JT Williams. And I don't know if Audrey Kell's ever been shut out in a game.
Yeah, I don't think it's been the case. I mean, there's never been a time where I've been like, okay, none of these three have been able to score,
Right.
punch anything through. If there was to be one, it might have been Lan, and even still, I think they got on the board every single time.
Yeah, this is really not like them. I wonder, well, I mean, Coach Blasky was like, wow, and another one, AMM. And usually I won't just get interrupted by that. AMM is on now.
Yeah, just on point. And this setup was there from Nutella, the demo to even, amp up this Audrey Kell team a little bit more or get them fired up, right? They want to make sure that they are tilted going into game number 4. If they can close out, then that would be ideal. Because Audrey Kell is going to stick around too.
For sure.
To some degree.
And if they can keep, for sure, them kind of scattered around going into the next game, this is going to benefit JT Williams. I mean, they've been calm, cool, collected. Now they're up 4-0 in game 3. This is really good for them.
Sure is. Bear is trying to chip one in too, but it has happened. Audrey Kell will be shut out in this game, and JT Williams now will move to 2-1 in the series, just one game away from taking on the Titans that have been on the top of the leaderboard all season long, all 2 seasons long.
I never thought we would ever say that Audrey Kell got shut out in any game, and to do it for JT Williams, to do that for them, hats off to them, and see if they can keep it up going into the next one, because this series is not over.
Not by any means. Well, it is just before game 3, which means we have to go to the judging of STEM side next, and so let's check it out, because both of these STEM teams have been great. To the STEM desk we go.
Week 7 Varsity STEM League, the showdown here in the app building between Audrey Kell and JT Williams. What'd you think, Malcolm?
Well, again, I love both of the ideas behind these apps, especially Audrey Kell was kind of the early, idea that really inspired all of us. It was like, this is actually a really good idea.
That was the pivot.
Well, no, that was
that was JT.
yeah,
right?
the clean cut, and then
Yeah.
JT had a pivot in the middle to what I think is a really good
Did
idea.
both have pivots at some point, or no? I guess we just
No, just JT.
okay.
You just want everyone to pivot. It's such a good move.
I know. Overall, my thoughts were both really cool ideas from the beginning. Both just like, we're at a point in week 7 where you've got to be able to show functionality.
Yep.
We could not actually use either one of those. And while there was a funny joke with JT, perfectly timed for their matchup this week, like I mean there was no advanced integration hookups to ChatGPT when I asked a basic question. Like I hope they'll do something in the last week of the regular season to make this usable.
Yeah, definitely. Clean cut it had log on, that was good, but it was lacking.
Couldn't enter anything,
Yeah.
couldn't see anything.
Yep.
That's rough. What you gonna score it?
So I'm gonna go 1-1.
Good cop. You just good cop that. In fact, they're tracking towards making the playoff, but I want to send a strong message here. Those apps were not usable. And the next phase of this is people actually using it.
Yeah.
So they've got an app, it's there. They got to add that last bit of functionality that makes people be able to use it. So I'm going 0-0, which is going to take us 1 point Audrey Kell, 1 point JT Williams.
Back into it. It is game number 4 now, and I didn't think I would say this, but it's JT Williams' chance to close out the series.
They showed up tonight. Wednesday Night Lights, they're here, and they're definitely showing up. But hey, this is another team you don't want to count out, and that's Audrey Kell. I mean, both of these teams, haven't dropped a series, but one of them will tonight. And right now, to a great start is Creeper from Audrey Kell putting it up.
And that's what I've been saying. You got to trust your teammates, right? Creeper has done such a good job in your first 2 games, or first 3 games, really. And so he's been making a difference. Let him be, right? Let him take shots. I know it's not his typical role, but you might be surprised how well he can succeed from time to time.
He's stepping up to the competition. He's the guy who's been making, game-changing plays. He's been their playmaker. And, even though you might not say he might be the best skill on the team, he's definitely being the guy, though. Tonight, he is him.
I'm telling you, he really is, at least tonight. as that one's going to be a Timo on front from Creeper.
Yes.
And open up the space, and Rux will tap it away, and Ardrey Kell up 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like they definitely adjusted. They're all playing like a team here in game 4, and you can already tell in the first, 30 seconds.
Blasky talked to him. You can tell that he is, okay, so I know Blasky personally. He works with me on a regular basis, and one thing I know about him is he's not going to let that slide. Number one, his mission and goal in life is to beat JT Williams, make sure that this team stays on top, number 1 in the standings. Number 2 is when Ardrey Kell isn't playing the right way, he'll get them right back in check, and sure enough, we see a 3-0 lead.
Barris gets his first goal of this series, it looks like, and look in fashion off the top shelf.
Yeah, that was beautiful. So again, Rux, you need to get involved. We said your playmakers need to be the ones to step up, and typically that is Barris and Rux was able to get on the board there. Up 3-0, now feeling much better. Is Ardrey Kell is now, that you have this 3-0 lead. It's very rare that you can take a breath, but I think now would be a good time because you found something out, and now absorb it and just continue it. If you're Ardrey Kell, you want to just continue this pattern of thoughts that got you to this 3-0 lead in the first one.
Yeah, and if you're JT, don't let this affect your game. We know what they can do, especially down 3-0. We called this out. They're definitely not out of this game, especially, as JT, anything can happen. This team is a comeback team. We've seen that time and time again. And look, as I say it, as Nutella puts one on the board for JT Williams.
All the way from their own ends here. Look at AMM with a crafty move to get past one, by the way. Back down to Nutella, who just launches it. And we know that he's going to be on target with all his shots, not to mention all the way back from his own end. It doesn't matter. He's got them back within 2. Off the kickoff we go. You start to think. JT Williams, they've done it before. We've seen them dig out of 4 goal deficits in the past.
If they can do this against an Ardrey Kell team that's undefeated and was down, JT was down 0-3 in game number 4, and they can do this. This is the best comeback team I've ever seen.
Exactly, hands down. I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. Right now, the comeback kids need to be Ardrey Kell, at least in their minds, right? Because they're down 2-1 in the series. Look to build off of that. So it is absolutely accurate. Rux right now will tap it deck down, but grass is already there to cause a disruption. But Ardrey Kell does a good job to kind of bail themselves out. But you see a couple of rotational issues like we've seen Ardrey Kell in the past, and there's still 2:37 left in this game. Ardrey Kell looks to get back to it now, but AMM holds off and will challenge that one. But right back on it is Barris, who's making his presence known now.
Yeah, and finally getting that ball off of their own side. JT, let's see if they're going to be able to make anything happen. Just missed wide. Now Ardrey Kell with possession.
It's Nutella. Leaves it for AMM. Back in the zone they go. As now they try to get that extra touch. Brock's able to get to it first. It's Grassy. Holds off midfield. Nutella bumped off it. Barris with space. He's up. Tries to get it past AMM and does. It's 4-1 Ardrey Kell.
Answers back, and, we all know what happens when Barris has space, and that's exactly, what I figured when I saw that. But, we finally are seeing more goals, and I think, we might have called it a little too early, but now the goals are flooding in.
They're starting to appear, and that's what happens when you free up that space. Rux with another demo. You can tell that that's been what Blasky had on the page, was that physicality that creates space for Barris, and that's the way he can get to work. Because when he's been quiet, it's very difficult for this Ardrey Kell team to focus and really get to work.
Here we go. Let's see if they're going to be able to get another one. But Nutella on the other end, seeing if they can make it a little bit closer. But right now, back and forth as we go. This kind of reminds me of the first game, back and forth here in the last 2 minutes.
That's where Ardrey Kell wants it too, right? Because when you have this 4-1 lead,
yeah, kill the time.
Exactly. Rux that foot reset. Barris almost got the double touch. He has yet to hit a highlight yet, but he's trying to make that happen too. Unless you can count that air drag from midfield as one. I don't think Barris in his mind would count it as one, seeing as the many talented things we've seen him do. But down to a minute 2. Are you thinking this is a little bit more out of hand and probably not possible with JT Williams? Or is it Nutella's time to shine?
Well, if you would have asked me that maybe 10 seconds ago, I would have had a different answer. But right now, 58 seconds left for JT Williams to put up 2 goals. That's possible, very well.
Oh, definitely. And even looking at the scoreboard, I mean, my mind instantly goes, okay, we're down 3, we're down 2 now with a minute left. We can absolutely make that happen. We've seen goals go in much less time, especially if it's JT Williams.
That can't be happening, those double commits. If that keeps happening, I really think JT is in this one because, you know, we see a lot of double commits right now, but this is where you don't want to happen when you have that, you know, 2-goal lead. But here we go. Great pass, great play, but Grassi's there to defend it.
He was able to cut that one off in its tracks, and Nutella's back on it again to clear it back down the field. And Grassi with the shot, and Creeper missed it, but Rux able to bail him out there. So Rux has showed up just in time whenever Creeper is sliding just a bit, just a tad.
Very smart.
And you see all the rest of them step up in accordance and kind of step up in that way. And I think they've done just enough to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, that was real smart by Rux by, you know, getting his back on that, you know, just being that team player. Hey, I got your back, you miss it, and that's what happened. But we're here to tied up 2-2, Bear. I mean, eventually when this ball hits the ground.
And now it is 2-2.
We're here.
Yeah, exactly right. Barris doing all the little things right, apparently. It didn't get on the scoreboard very often, but was the leader of the team there, MVP-wise, as far as points go. And it started from that 1 goal that Barris was able to score there. Maybe that's a shifter in the minds of Ardrikel, who needed that score.
I knew he was going to come out eventually. It took him a little bit later.
Yeah.
It took him a little bit later than what I thought, but he's here, and now he's playing some Barris Rocket League. So I don't know. This is getting exciting, Bear.
You know how I know it's exciting? We already have the next game ready. They're already launching into the lobby.
Love it.
Goodness, 5 minutes on the clock. They said, let's not rest. Let's get back into it. Ardrikel wants to keep that momentum going against JT Williams to try to close them out here in game number 5.
Yeah, this is, I mean, highly anticipated for this very reason. Both of these teams undefeated. Both of these teams tied 2-2 in the series. Who will win it? Let me know in the chat, guys. Type it up in the chat. Let me see who you guys are pulling for.
Predictions now in chat. Let us know. As Grassi takes a launched shot. He saw so much velocity on that one, but Creeper able to just try to send it back out the center as Barris. Great job to get that 50-50 Rux shot. Oh, just off with a follow-up from Barris. What a read there from the far side post. And he'll make it 1-0, Ardrikel.
Watch this again. Nutella trying to just get it across, but Barris knew his teammate was going to set him up, in great play by Ardrikel to get on the board early.
No chance that was planned, right?
No.
Right?
I don't know. I mean,
it's quick reaction if not, so either way.
We're going to have to ask Blasky after this one.
No, we have to. Where is he at? Get him in here. We want him on the booth right now. Oh my goodness.
He's too busy screaming.
100%
right now.
Yeah, he is absolutely amped up. As JT Williams has seen their series lead slide. And not only that, but the game now in this game number 5, the decider, and they're down perhaps 2-0 as now you see Nutella miss. This one will slide out the center, but Nutella, good reaction, but Barris was there at the same spot. Basically, they're on the far side post, and we'll make it 2-0 for Ardrikel.
That's the duo we're talking about, Rux and Barris earlier on, and you just saw Rux getting the stale. Barris knew to turn around as soon as he got that stale, got a free goal right there for him.
Is that, I mean, goodness, they have found and recognized a pattern. And this goes back to it has to be Blasky's coaching to some degree to know exactly where this is. The intuition boat. Rux does it again. 3-0 Ardrikel. And my prediction of the 3-2, Ardrikel looking more and more like it's likely to happen.
You're spot on this. I mean, but hey, way too much time to be counting out JT Williams. This is something, now I will say at the beginning, they're playing phenomenal.
Yeah.
Will JT Williams, though, step up, though, and, you know, find what they have to do, make their adjustments, because we've seen this is a team that can make that adjustment, especially when Nutella on their team.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not trying to anti-jinx it at all. As Grassi is will send it out to center. AMM going to get a bump there too. Is Grassi able to do anything with this far side? He is! Wow, I thought there was no room there, and yet somehow he was able to find it.
And guess who that was on? That was on Barris, but that was a great bump right there as well. But Grassi able to get that on top over Barris, and now they're coming back. That's what they're trying to do, at least.
I think the brains were together on that one because Barris, I believe he thought that he was covering that far side post. In reality, there was still a little bit of room left there.
It looked like it was going to be just an easy swipe. And no, Grassy had other plans.
Here to center it goes again. Ardrikel on the doorstep. Nutella needs to get a touch. He does. Amen. Get backwards here. Grassy waits for it. It's going to be Creeper on the back wall, but he didn't challenge. I think he ran out of boost. So he's off to steal it from that corner. Making sure JT Williams doesn't have any resources left to work with, but that's over to Ruck. Shot, Nutella reads it. Creeper, the follow-up, good fake. And now he's going to try to turn as well. And although he does, AMM back on it, but Ardrikel still kept in the zone as Creeper continues to work.
Hats off to Creeper. I mean, just keeping that ball on their side is just great job. And now got his teammates to be able to get back and full boost.
In the corner, it's going to be AMM. Settles down. Good patience from Nutella. We've seen a couple of double commits, so for him to take a breather there and just let a teammate attack just shows the belief in this team of JT Williams to trust one another, and that's going to have to come in handy here with 2:15 left as Nutella takes a risk, goes backwards, but it's the right move to go to the corner. Well, they miss a couple of times. AMM able to bail them out, but it's still pressure on from Ardrikel.
Yeah, their backs are against the wall right now. Ardrikel's just keep putting that pressure on. And I think that's how they have to, what they have to do to close this game out is keep putting that pressure on. Because right now, if Grassy had it, Grassy, I thought I almost had it. And that could have been it.
Oh my, I think he was supersonic and ran out of boost, and that means you still have that boost speed, but it's less control, right? You can't make sudden movements like you can when you have boost in the tank, and that just threw him off enough to throw off the rest of the challenges. But Nutella able to work one. That's the lower 50-50. They're on Creeper. Nobody's back. That's on. Open goal from Grassy. He is back within one before you can even blink. 1:26 left.
Grassy has stepped up here in Game 5 for JT Williams, and you see it right here. Just a great play off the wall, and now we are within one score of having this game tied, and JT Williams, they are doing JT Williams things right now.
Why is it? This is exactly what we've seen in every single time these two teams match up. It is within one in the series, in game number 5, and then JT Williams will bring it close. Ardriel closes it out. Is this a step in the right direction? Yes. Is there still time on the clock? Yes.
Plenty time. But I will say, if you're JT, that has to be Ardrikel's last goal.
Yep.
That has to be it. So we'll see if I see Ardrikel get another one, which they had an opportunity right there, but Grassy, great job, great save. Oh man, that was close.
Ooh, Creeper almost cleaned it up on the tail end to a demo. A chance AMM able to get to it though. Nutella back out. He's got Rux in his sights in this 1v1 situation. But Creeper will get that touch. It's back down, AMM. But Barris launches it high. Rux back on it as well. And now Barris ready to get extra touches too to keep it high off the ground where JT Williams can't get to it until they're able to collect boost. Now it's Nutella. A chance he'll go off the back wall, tries to bait in Rux, but he gets the read. Back out it goes. Grassy able to save it and at least keep him within an arm's reach.
Yeah, a great save. I mean, Grassy's all over the field. I mean, right now, he is the MVP right now for JT Williams in this game. But 30 seconds remaining, Ardrikel up by 2. This could, I mean, they might be out of reach.
Rux able to collect. Nutella back on it. Grassy couldn't get that touch, and Barris will be allowed the chance to turn. They've looked so much sharper, and just at the right time for Ardrikel, as this one will fall back out. Rux able to get his Creeper. They kill more time.
Oh, man.
Down to 7 seconds left. The last goal.
Oh.
They couldn't get it, but it won't matter as Grassy back on it. That goal does go in or count. But either way, it was Ardrikel able to dig out of a 2-1 hole in the series and win this series 3-2.
This game, I mean, this series was back and forth. I mean, what Ardrikel started off, and then JT was answering back. And I didn't know if Ardrikel was going to make that adjustment. They did, and they won the series. They are remaining undefeated here in Week 7.
Yeah, and rightfully earned there. I don't think the first 2 games are anything they're going to be proud of. In that 3rd game as well, they struggled, right? And that was the reason why JT Williams was able to jump out. And they started to trust Creeper a little bit more and said, listen, you're here right now. We need to include you in this rotation. And when they did, it looked a lot sharper. They bought more time and space for Barris to work with those bumps and demos. And after that, it was a completely different equation.
Something's telling me that these teams are probably going to see each other again maybe in a month.
Maybe on the main stage for the finals.
In person? Absolutely.
Yes, I can absolutely imagine it. Unless there's a big upset along the way, those two will definitely be meeting either in the semifinals or finals. I think that goes without saying.
I agree. I mean, both teams are playing phenomenal this whole, 7 weeks already. Finally, JT Williams does drop a series, but of course, it's to another great team that they took all the way to Game 5. So anyone's game, anyone's game.
100%. We keep the energy rolling into the last matchup of the night, where we have two very strong teams as well. South Mech coming in at 4-2, probably the best 4-2 team that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Facing off with Olympic here at 5-1, and Skimmit, the man on a mission here for South Mech, will come in with Peyton, and of course we see Matt there, but should we see Hercules coming in against this Olympic squad?
Yeah, an Olympic. I mean, you got Dabine, Babytron, and Ginger Ace. I mean, we already know Dabine and Ginger Ace, great, they play really well together. And looking forward to add on to their 5-1 record.
Yeah.
They're playing really well.
They have been, and that addition of their third is definitely a step in the right direction. We see it in the 5-1 record, and we'll continue into this next game now. And we haven't taken a breather. I know we need one. You can tell I've been like, oh, it's been crazy. We jump right into it. Game number 1 of this incredible matchup as well. It's South Mech facing off with Olympic and Blue. And 5 minutes on the clock. We will begin this shortly as we see who's their third. Is it Skimmit C Hercules? It sure is.
Yep.
That means South Mech's got a chance at this 5-1 team.
Absolutely, and this one of those things where, we could also see another Game 5. I mean, just depending on how well they start off, but, both of these teams are just high-caliber teams, so just another great match here for you.
Yeah, high mechanical skills, high speed, everything that you want in this esports league here. There's so much talent in Charlotte, and to think naive me a couple of years ago thought that I was the best Rocket League player that there was in Charlotte. And maybe it was in 2015, but the times have changed, man.
Yeah, and especially now where, everyone has a setup at home, and I feel like everyone now, especially a free game, everyone's got Rocket League now. So,
that's right.
A lot more competition here in 2023.
Well, it's starting out very similar in this match as we saw the Ardrey Kell and JT Williams, as it's been very defensive-minded. That was a good play, though. Skim it back at you. Far side post. Great shot. 1-0 for this South Mech squad.
Yeah, and this is Skimmit.
Hi.
Listening. Let's go ahead.
Let's go ahead and listen in here as we switch the
All right.
names of the teams on the scoreboard as well.
All right.
What do you want me to do? Yeah, I'm gonna take their top corner. Alright.
Up.
Yeah, you're up. I'm back.
I'm gonna go back.
Wait. You can go, Matt.
We continue on here.
Bye.
As we got the name switch for you, we appreciate you,
I took her back
your
there.
patience as we got the tech
I'll
issues
go up.
all figured out. Olympic looking to
Right.
push back out. Good
Right.
touch out to the side here from
I'm probably
Skimmit,
not gonna
who has
be able to
already
get there.
been that playmaker that you need
I
in these
got
top
this.
situations.
net.
We talked about it last match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Skimmit, he's that
I'm trying
guy.
to-
I mean, he's one of those guys who will, he's got the
one.
mechanics
Yeah,
down.
I
You
got
see him
forward.
just doing crazy things,
Forgot about them.
throughout each and every week, and always
Nice challenge.
surprising us.
Bean, we'll play it right back
Back
in to
post.
Ginger Ace. We've seen that combination so many
Nice.
times
I'm gonna go
over
for
the
the
course of
Matt, you can
Season
go.
0 here at CMS Esports League.
Nice, it works.
As
I'm
this one will
third.
be Fortnite Expert along the side. See Hercules going
Nah,
to try
you
to
did.
challenge Ginger
You
Ace.
did.
Almost did it from the ceiling.
Nice.
Peyton back right to him. Skim it,
Come
shot.
again.
Can they get back to it? Yes, what a
Ooh.
save.
back pass.
1-2 punch. They didn't mean to do
Yeah.
that. Either way, they make the save.
Yep, I'm third. I'm dead, third.
Here we go with another shot. That's going to
Might
be
be able to get
cleared,
it.
and that's Ginger Ace trying to go coast to coast. He's going to try to set up Fortnite Expert here. He's going to have a shot. Fortnite Expert going to get denied by Skimmit.
And it back into Ginger Ace's hands as he'll send it off that bottom side, the crease of the wall. That'll send it high. Up for it, Peyton. Try to get that extra touch. And you need those kind of deflections.
Yeah.
You need that extra touch to try and direct it past the defenses that have been so sharp that we've seen in the last 2 series.
And that's a player who I want to see a little bit more of in this series is Peyton. Right now it doesn't have the best score, but usually always finds himself to be that playmaker too.
Definitely. So I think C Hercules has hopped in and to be, the dynamic duo, if it will,
Oh, yeah.
for Skimmit. at the same time, I think Peyton has done a good job earlier in the season to really facilitate the play to get them there in the first place. So absolutely respect what Peyton's been able to do, and continues to be a valuable member of the rotation here to continue to make things very smooth here for the South Mech squad.
Absolutely, and we're going to see, Skimmett almost had that one, but going back the other way, Ginger Ace, but South Mech answering back. They're doing a great job and just keeping that possession against Olympic.
Oh, another shot. Nobody's back for that one. So Skimmett allowed the chance to have plenty of space. And you know what that means? Just like Barris, they've got the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and of course the Skimmett. You know, Skimmett is the guy who's going to be at the right place at the right time because he just knows where that ball's going to fall.
It seems like all the time he's got the right positioning, but also the right mechanics, right? And that's why you mentioned him as the top dog. You wanted to take him first in the Fantasy Rocket League CMS Esports League, and
I do.
I definitely don't blame you. I mean, that is a great pick. He can do everything by himself, and he can also be involved in team play. It's rare that you have that type of talent.
Yeah, one person we didn't also talk about was Ginger Ace. He's another great player that could be, you know, all-star potential as well.
Yeah, just goal scoring alone, right? And the fact that he settles into his role so well and knows that he's going to be relied on upon it, but also able to execute on a regular basis, I couldn't agree more. As you see, Bean, usually the one to set him up, will try to do just that, but it will be met by South Mech there at center field, and that's Skimmett again with another shot of bullet. That's his hat trick here in game number 1.
Yeah, that was a setup from C Hercules too. They both wanted it at that time. I think that actually faked out Ginger Ace, and he actually set up Skimmett. So big shout out to already a hat trick for Skimmett in game 1 against Olympic. So wow, Olympic, you know, backs against the wall. Will they answer back? Is the question. I mean, you know, I feel like these two teams are very similar when it comes to skill, but right now, just South Mech has their number.
They certainly do, and they had to make another big save there on the goal line in order to keep it just at a 3-goal deficit instead of 4. Let's see, Hercules will settle down, looks for Skimmett's side, but instead finds the opponents, and Fortnite Expert just chips it back in. I know there's 17 seconds left. You got to start somewhere, and he did a great job to handle it.
Yeah, that's going to give them a little bit of momentum going into game 2, unless crazy things happen off kickoffs too. So I'm not counting them out of this game, you know, but either way, even if they do not come out on top of this game 1, this will help them in game 2 to at least say, hey, we still got something.
Yeah, for sure. And it was going to be a small scoring game, or a little goal scoring throughout game number 1 until South Mech amped it up. Olympic had to prove not only to themselves, but also to South Mech that, hey, we can hang. And that's exactly what you were mentioning and exactly what happened there. But either way, it's going to be a South Mech win. And remember, Olympic is the team coming in here with the higher seed currently, and Olympic's trying to hold on to that number 3 spot, potentially a top 4 spot, and try to hold on to that bye week, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a big game, especially for South Mech, you know, having those 2 losses, you know, to the teams that we actually just watched, you know, JT and Audrey Kell, and, you know, now this is their time. They need to win out through here just to stay in that top, you know, top 4 spot.
Definitely. You know, you can make your arguments when we talk playoff time, how important are those top 4 spots? Because you have that extra week, even if you slide down to that 5th spot. Let's say your Olympic and South Mech wins this match. If you're at number 5, you have to play another week in order to make it to the land to land in the first place. Right, but at the same time, you still keep those reps up, and therefore you have the momentum rolling into land. So a debate there, you could go back and forth. I think it's just better to close out and take the land, the guaranteed spot.
Absolutely, and you have a week to kind of prepare. You kind of get to watch the other teams go at it. You can kind of actually sit back and, you know, instead of worrying about your team at that time, you can look and see what they're doing and like, okay, next week when we play them, we'll be ready.
Not to mention, you're absolutely right. But to add on to that, in addition to that, it's, you know, the top 4 teams, they're going to have the higher seeds coming into that event as well on top of that. So that was a great answer. I love that. Game number 2 coming at you right now. We head back down to the pitch after the sim submission from Olympic. Let's check out what they put together.
Olympic. This is Money Mind. We just logged in. Didn't really ask us for credentials. Got in right away.
You just auto log in, yeah.
While it feels better, I don't know that it is better. I'm gonna go.
You know what? I'm gonna go first.
ChatGPT. Let's go. I'm gonna ask it a question. Money Mind. How can I afford a car?
I'm gonna ask it how to fly my car.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, flying a car is not possible.
No.
Flying cars are still in the concept prototype stages and are not available for public use at this time. That's a pretty concise answer.
How do I afford a car? Save down payments, cash. Ooh, look for a used car. Consider getting a loan. That's all very cool. So I guess I X this out. Boom, I'm back. Let's go to banking basics. Oh,
I-
that's hard to read.
One critique I have of the Chat GPT feature is that it's good. It's good. It's not quite customized for the app. It's just kind
Yeah.
of a generic response from Chat GPT.
Oh man, I'm clicking these buttons on banking basics. The topics are there, but it doesn't go anywhere. Uh-oh. Budgeting.
Bunch of blank buttons,
Oh, there's nothing there.
credit and debit.
Credit and debit. Oh, blank. Okay.
Wait, are all of them blank? No,
banking basics has stuff,
Okay.
but it doesn't go anywhere.
Uh,
All right, I think we just saw the whole thing. Chat
that's
GPT.
basic.
Cool.
Good start.
Into game number 2 we go now as the teams take the pitch, and we'll see if South Met can continue this trend. I think Olympic was really coming around towards the tail end of game number 1.
Yeah, and we need to see it early. I feel like if Olympic's going to try to hang in this one, they need to. I feel like if they get on the board early, everything will come into place. So we will see, though, if Skimmett and company will allow that to happen.
No doubt. Well, Olympic is in good hands with the team they put together. As Fortnite was able to read that one, although they get a touch there late. It wasn't enough to keep it out. It's going to be Olympic on top.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need to see from Olympic early on. Like what I said, all 3 missing, and, that just sparks them, especially in game 2. It's still early, and, it looks like they're starting to figure it out.
No doubt. It's rare that you see Peyton up there with Skimmett as well, as they typically rely on him to be that back wall presence on the defensive side. To see them trip over one another doesn't happen very frequently. Although see Hercules had good distance, so you could argue that the South Mech defense wasn't too torn apart. That just shows you the dynamic nature that Olympic can be if they want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Just seeing Ginger Ace miss shots like that or just touches like that is very concerning, especially going up against South Mex. And, right now they are winning, but I feel like this keeps going on in this game. South Mech will just have a little bit more opportunities, and there's one right there.
Yeah, and see Hercules gonna finish that 9 times out of 10. Those training packs I was talking to you about, the Grand Champ packs, well, he's been hitting them for sure, as that one's an easy one. And let's take a listen in now to see what their thoughts are here in this 1-1 game.
All right, I'm back right. You cheat, Matt.
All right.
I'll challenge.
Nice.
Hot shot. It's backward. Nice, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut you, Peyton. That works.
I have 17 boost.
It's fine.
Maybe we'll get mid
Peyton,
boost.
you got a little bit of time too. Actually, went on. Nice. I'll try
I'm
and
gonna push
keep on.
up.
Okay, I jumped.
Let's go.
Nice, Matt.
Thanks. Good pass.
Yeah. I tried to. Okay, I jumped on my screen.
You're putting in work right now.
Yeah, I'm back right. Matt, you got. Yep. I'm kind of waiting. I
can't go for
try
that.
go.
Nice.
I'm gonna take their corner. 2 minutes.
Oh, what? I did not expect that at all.
Peyton, can you go? Actually, I got.
No boost. Yeah, it's up to
Hit it over one.
Hey, this is you.
Yeah.
I'll be back post.
I'm just gonna.
Nice, man. I'm back post still.
Oh
Peyton, you
no.
got- I'm dead. Net.
I just.
No one's net. Alright,
It's fine. It's just rolling away.
Yeah. Nice shot.
Nice fade.
I'm left.
you.
Yeah, never mind. I'm bumped.
You got it.
I'm gonna just touch.
Nice.
Keep it in their side.
Good one.
Nice, man. Nice. I'm kind of out the field. Peyton, I'm getting back for you. Watch demo. Watch demo.
Yikes.
That's just.
You said it best, Discounts. You said that it's going to be Ginger Ace. If he doesn't step up and really, come to the plate here, then you're going to be out of luck. And then he makes a play like that.
Yeah, he was just missing the ball just recently when I was talking about that. And now he just stepped up his game, and now we're tied here. And what a play by Ginger Ace.
Yeah, he really did show something there. And that was after, a goal that we just saw from Olympic to take, or from South Mech rather, to take the lead. That was just a bounce around, right? Some ball luck from the other side, right? And so you hate to see that, but to bounce back, have that strong mentality is a rare quality that you love to see in a player, and that's what Olympic has.
Yeah, and especially now, game 2, they're tied up. I feel like they got the momentum. The question is, are they able to close out? It's still 2 minutes remaining. Looks like South Mech putting a little bit of more pressure here because they're getting the ball still back on Olympic side, but they're managing pretty well.
They are. They got to skim it across the pitch, though, so going to be difficult for them to continue on when he's just creating chaos in the midfield. And in fact, he's going to take a shot. It was bumped out of the net, and so Skimmit had free range at the top shelf. Let's have a listen in now to see how they feel about this.
All good. All good.
Yeah, that's a good bump.
We still have a minute and a half, over a minute and a half.
All right, now you go back left.
All right.
Oh,
I'll go.
I'm up.
Oh.
Yeah.
And small.
I'm up.
Nice.
Can you go again?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
ahead.
still on.
I'll be behind you. He's trying to bump.
Opening that.
Mid.
Oh, I was gonna go for that. But comment.
Touch. Stay on. Nice.
I'm in. Oh, he missed. Wait.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
I don't even know what happened. Dude, I'm playing terrible. I'm sorry.
There's no way.
Damn. Nice.
What?
Dude, what's going on? All right.
All right.
I'm right.
Yeah.
I got banging.
Bang.
I'll follow. Okay, that's just nice.
You can test. Nice. I'll go for this.
I'm behind you. Oh, it's probably. There we go.
What the hell?
Nice. Where's he at?
Shoot.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
He's on. Boom. Okay.
I'm dead, moving. And you got that.
Nice.
No, I thought you were gonna go for the ball. My bad.
Okay.
He was gonna clear it, so I bumped. I should have called though.
I'm staying back. Oh, wait, no, I got it.
Lump. Go. Nice.
I'm reading right.
Yeah, let's touch.
Almost snuck that one in. We're down to 10 seconds left as these two teams go back and forth. Olympic just putting the pressure here on South Mech, but you see Skimmit carrying it out. If only he had just 3 more boosts in the tank.
Yeah.
That's all he needed there.
Yeah, he
Would've
didn't
closed
need
it out
much.
here.
Yeah, I mean, he can do a lot with little, and we've seen that a lot, but he needed a little bit on that.
We've seen it a lot, but a little at the time.
He needs a little bit more.
Exactly right. Ginger Ace trying to get to it here. Olympic showing up here, and they're 1 goal away from evening in the series. As now you see back to work it goes this South Mech team. That's a good flick, forcing Ginger Ace up. We said he's the goal scorer. That's a great defensive play. Peyton misses here. Olympic needs to challenge this.
Yeah, and basically just took out Skimming on that play, which is a great job. That is the guy you want to take out, but he's already back on it.
Yeah, he's that speedy. You have to take advantage of it quickly. Otherwise, it goes by the wayside. Fortnite Expert misses here. Ginger Ace to tap it back down. See Hercules trying to stay patient here. Has plenty of boost left in the tank. He'll just collect it. And, well, he tries to. That one's going to bounce back out. Olympic, a best chance yet in overtime as he sneaks out the center. Ginger Ace, the shot. Oh, it's going to be high. Devine, the follow-up. What a save!
Oh!
It goes through. Olympic is even the series at 1.
Wow, somehow crosses goal. Just watch this again. Oh my goodness. And that was the opponent who knocked it in. That was South Mech.
And what a win it was for Olympic, as they're able to take this one in overtime and catch them by surprise here. We're always talking skim it, but when he took him out of the play, suddenly things changed.
I knew both of these series were going to be great, and already they're living up to expectation.
They certainly are. And we are now to the judging as well of these videos, I believe, as this is game number 3 that we're about to go into eventually. So let's head down to the judges' desk now to check out the apps and see what Tark and Malcolm thought about these.
All right, that's week 7 varsity STEM showdown. This one was between the app building teams of Olympic versus South Mech. What did you think of that?
Well, those were a little rough. You know, I like the concept behind both of them, but I wanted to see a little more work. However, we did get Chat GPT integration from Olympic, which, you know, for me goes a long way.
Yeah, it does. I have to give a check mark because of that. I was pretty disappointed, especially with Olympic, who in season 1 of the varsity league, they were really good, and this was almost felt like mailing it in. And South Mech, I mean, I'm not even sure. Like, it's one thing to have challenges in this stuff. It's another thing to really kind of be at the same point we saw you 7 weeks ago. So go ahead, give the scores there.
Well, I'm going to give both of my points to Olympic because I think they can polish this up and finish it out. I know they have all the groundwork laid, but got to fix that login and, I don't know, add some other stuff to it, really.
Well, the big question for me is, do I go 0-0 or actually give Olympic -1? With what we've seen in some of the other submissions, we know the Olympic staff and everyone over there is strong. It really disappoints me. I hope they can step it up in the last week, both of these teams, and make it. I'm going 0-0. So that's going to leave us
Double
here.
goose egg.
I mean, it sucks because if you try, you're gonna get points. And I just couldn't sense now that we're playing it, the attempt was there. So we'll end it with your generous, good cop nature there.
Love you, Olympic.
2 points
And
Olympic.
South Mech.
2 points Olympic, 0 points South Mech.
Well, this series has turned out to be unpredictable. I think we're in for the time of our lives here tonight, Discounts.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is one of those. Someone was asking, what are we going to do? You know, what do you think? Olympic, South Mech? Honestly, this is just something that I'm just going to have to watch and find out because I really can't give a prediction on this one. This one's a tough one.
Yeah, I thought South Mech would, you know, give Olympic good riddance, but it has not been the case. Oh, that shot a little bit off the mark. The follow-up here from Dabine tries to turn, put that one in. No doing that as it's shut down there. Who shall not pass? The South Mech defense stepping up as that one's chipped across to Peyton, able to get there and get the job done defensively.
Yeah, great clear by Peyton. He's always that guy. Just, you know, right when they need him, he delivers, and he did it again with a great clear.
Ginger Ace tried to play that low on Skimmit. Not a bad idea, because if you pop it back in the air, the adjustments that Skimmit's able to make, I mean, he's able to do some dynamic things. So no faulting him for trying to throw a wrench in that plan, as Fortnite Expert will try to escape the zone and does. Here's Dabine looking for Ginger Ace. The chance of pain. No, as Dabine just got a little bit ahead of it, went off the front of his car and wide.
Yeah, that would have been a great play too if it would just pinch in the right direction. But one of those, just timing. It's one of those timing things.
As Fortnite Expert, back down he goes, launches it. Can anybody get back? The touch, wow, what a recovery. But now the follow-up shot's there though, another save from Peyton. Oh my goodness, see Hercules and Peyton come up with a couple of huge touches out.
Yeah, able to get that in. Let's listen in. Let's let these guys talk.
Nice. He's got again.
I got
Someone touch.
Oh. I'm up.
Oh no.
Sorry, I should have seen you up. Oh, nice.
I just thought if you were in net, I could force him to just hit it to you.
Yeah, I don't know why I literally did not see you up.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, wait, maybe?
Wait.
On one?
Get off me. I'm gonna control. This one you go.
I'm far. Nice. I'll come over
chase.
too. Hello.
I should have waited a second turn.
Nice.
I'll go again.
Am I in? I got.
Try.
Nice.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, we should keep the pressure up.
I was just praying you
Yeah,
were
look at
there. I'm not
that.
gonna lie. I was just
Good
like,
stuff. Good
I
stuff.
can't shoot that, so.
I mean, 3 in
Nice.
net. Yeah, good stuff.
Ginger Ace, the man himself.
Well, getting on the board early here in game 3. Wow. I mean, that's what you're gonna have to do against South Mech.
Yeah, you have to get up early, and you have to show up for the full 5 minutes. And right now, Olympic's done that, if you count the 3:15 that we played so far.
Yeah, that touch kind of messed up your own teammate on that South Mech, but now looks like Olympic on the offensive side. Skimmett trying to get this clear, but kind of stuck up top. That's a shot on, but saved by Sea Hercules.
Yeah, it seemed like the defense was a little bit handcuffed there, and South Mech had to bail it out, and everybody wins because they're low on boost. Into Bean trying to expose that too, trying to go to the center. And the back pass also snuffed out. Great recognition from South Mech. Otherwise, that could have been a problem. That shot a little wide, though.
Yeah, I mean, he basically teed it up for him on that.
And now back on it. It's going to be Ginger Ace, but he's beat to it by Peyton. The Bean to try and use this corner to try and escape the zone. They can't quite do it. Let's listen in now to see if they can close this gap.
I'm back right. I'm gonna just touch backward.
You can get that. I
Watch
got
out.
blocked. I got
Get a
blocked.
mid. Go for 50. Go for 50. Not in. I'm backward. Nice.
Oh my god.
Alright, it's to no one. No one's there. One on now. I'm not trying 50. Nice.
Can't. Oh, what?
Watch out. Nice, Peyton. I'm mid. Kidding. I'm touching. Matthew, go.
Okay.
I got bumped. Try and keep it in. There, Matt, take your time. Try and pop it. I'm gonna hit it. Peyton, you gotta go.
I can't. Aw.
Yeah, no, let Peyton go for that one.
Olympic again. It comes up big. I mean, what can this team not do? South Mech on their heels now.
And that was a lot. You know, I thought it was going to be a little bit more scoring. Doesn't look like it. It looks like this team's real defensive right now. Once they got that goal, you know, it was just, hey, let's just hold down Skimmett, and that's what they did. Great job for Olympic.
All right, well, we have to wait and see and find out how this match ends. Let's go back and watch the second submission for what we just saw in the judging South Mech and their submission for their live app review. Let's check it out.
All right, so here we are. This is a little, we sort of logged in, but didn't. Now we're here. Who are we looking at right now?
South Mech.
South Mech. Let's go. This is the Green Energy app, as it says there in this fairly generic stuff. So can't click on that. I got to click screen 1 up here. Oh, I remember this. So it's a lot of stuff. Do I click start?
So we start.
Boom.
And then where do we go?
Oh, we're back to that main screen. Okay. Welcome. And
There.
screen 1.
User profile.
Can I click this? Can I click this? Can I click this? It looks like we're looking at a death loop of an image here. I believe that's tough.
Welcome to the Untitled Green Energy app.
Yeah, that was not as advanced as I would have hoped it would have been. So there we have it. We saw it.
Here we go. Game number 4 discounts.
Here we go.
Do or die for South Mech. Oh my goodness, Olympic has absolutely been crushing it so far, keeping them at a distance.
I mean, just looking at their record, maybe this is the right, you know, record for them. I mean, 5-1. They've only lost 1 series. South Mech's lost 2, but against 2 great teams. But hey, Olympic is another great team to add on to that.
Yeah, and this is the test that South Mech was looking for. And we said that last week as well when we said, you know, these teams that they go up against, they lost to the best 2. So where are they now? Are they number 3?
Exactly.
Well, Olympic is saying we want to solidify our spot as number 3 here in this league. If they win this next game, they've done that.
Yep. And I mean, and now they're basically playing it, or once they get that, if they can't close this one out, you know, they definitely can, you know, have a sigh of relief because they will be in the top 4.
Good chip there from Ginger Ace. Was waiting for Nick, who just came in, by the way. So a replacement here, a sub for Olympic. That has to be a scheduling thing. You got to imagine, because you don't want to lose momentum at this point in time.
Definitely confused on that. You know, I'm not really sure. I guess we really don't know really what happened. But right now, South Mech is taking advantage of that roster change. And hey, these guys might not know the rotation as well with this third. And let's just keep putting it on. So South Mech does a good job on getting on the board first whenever their backs are against the wall right now.
Yeah, as analysts, we're like, what's the reason for skimming? He's like, I don't care. Like, give me anybody here. We just need to get this win, and that's a good way to start it off. Right now, Ginger Ace will try from this side wall, looking to tap that back down, and almost got a pinch there with Fortnite, but this will fall into the corner where Peyton will look to pursue. And he's got an outlet pass as well. A great job to force it out to center, and Ginger Ace holds on. And will push this backwards. You saw South Mech trying to attack it, couldn't get that last touch. That will force its way into the box, though, and South Mech continues to press.
Yeah, and right now, that was a great job by Ginger Ace to get that one out, but here's her shot, and it's going to be a little bit left. And now Skimmit's going to take this ball and see what he can do with it.
Yeah.
Let's listen in right now to some of the players and see where they're at mentally here in this game number 4.
Wait, nah, I'm like, yeah, wait. I got bumps. So my boost. Okay, they're just like running over us right now.
I'm backward.
Yeah.
I'm in that.
I'm going back, link there.
There's no, they just get every boost. No man.
You go up. I got it.
You got it.
One more.
Nice touch. I got.
I should be off of that.
Over.
Bang.
Nice, super bang.
Nice.
I'm mid.
I can't,
Yeah, I'm playing third. I'm far back. All right.
Okay, just let him do whatever. Just touch.
Yeah.
I got bang.
I'm up. Oh, I thought it's going.
I'm gonna play third. Nice.
Nice. I got.
Skimmit makes it 2-0 discounts. Here we go.
There you go. South Mech answering back. They definitely don't want to get this loss. I mean, that would be too many, but let's listen back in.
Charity on me to. I'm back left. What? Oh.
Skim it?
You are. Yeah. I'm, okay, they double cut. Take your time, take your time. I'll try and demo.
Oh, I thought you were right. I thought you were
you don't even need
I'm
to
not the best.
Here, I'm net. Peyton, you're first. Nice.
Got the syringe just flipping like every.
Here, I'll get. Never mind.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna take my time.
I made this guy double jump. What?
Nice. That's coming down. You can touch, man. That's fine. Peyton, go.
I'm just gonna take your corner boost.
I'm bumping him.
That was
Nice
such a bad shot. It goes in.
I bumped him.
Oh, it could have been that bad. I mean, it went in. So.
No, it was horrible.
I mean, it was Oh yeah, it was 82 kph.
That's not that quick. All right, I'll go back
Slow.
left. Matthew, cheat.
Okay.
I'll get. Okay.
Oh.
It's fine.
I got one.
I bumped one.
You bumped the Fortnite guy.
I'm back.
All
First
his.
touch. I'm all right. Kind of rolled up.
I'm behind you, Matt.
Okay.
Around 2. Watch out, he's banging.
I'm on backboard. Playing it.
Alright,
now.
just try and touch. Nice, good
I'm
bang.
just gonna
I'll go first, Matt. Okay, I can't.
come back post.
You can tell the differences between these two teams, just the attitudes here. For Olympic, you know, at 2-1 here in the series and being frustrated. Well, I mean, there's one way to kind of get rid of that frustration is just let that energy out.
Yeah, that goal is going to help a little bit, but let's be honest. South Mech really is just handling business here in game number 4.
Yeah, 30 seconds left and skim it. You let him get to work, and then he's going to continuously come at you. That's one of the reasons we see a 3-1 lead here for South Mech. It could expand here if they're not careful as well. As time ticks down, Nick, again, you wonder how he was able to incorporate himself early. Again, we don't know the story, but it seems to be a big difference maker here as to why Skimmit was allowed all that room in the first place.
Yeah, and that comes down to this next game. What is the roster going to switch? Is going to stay the same? We'll find out. But right now, South Mech and Skimmit is just doing it all.
Yeah, and you take advantage of those opportunities as they're presented. And we've seen Skimmit do that so many occasions. We see them do it again. And we'll roll into game number 5 and see if anything changes.
What can you say? It's Skimmit. I mean, he's just one of those guys. And hey, we're going into another game 5.
Yeah, it's 2 in a row.
That's kind of crazy.
It's wild here on the stream. In fact, let's get to it right now. Back to back. We said these were the 2 matches to watch after all, and sure enough, that's exactly what we have. 5 minutes on the clock, and 1 game to determine the fate of these 2 teams, potentially, as they kick things off, and South Mech already got a shot on net.
Yeah, and it really comes down to Olympic getting on the board early, especially now, you know, with this different roster, so.
The shot goes high here for South Mech. Skimmit look to settle. That's a challenge there from Ginger Ace early. As you see Fortnite back on the field here for Olympics. So it was just that 1 game where maybe something went wrong. You got to imagine maybe net issues. We saw that with West Charlotte a little bit earlier in this season. And so, you know, you have to deal with it accordingly. Unfortunately, you lose that last game, but Fortnite back at it again.
Yeah, and if you're Olympic, you're excited to see him back on the pitch. I mean, having him was whenever they were winning, right? So adding that third who you were winning with is just going to bring that morale up and see what they can do. And Skimmit trying to do it himself as a great clear, though, by Olympic.
You think he just, like, sees his car and that's how he named himself? Like, he skims it off the front of his car so consistently. It's, you know, the air drags are typically pretty clean, but he just continuously just rolls as he's hitting it, dude. I'm telling you, he is wild with it and continues to push into the zone here for South Mag.
Here we go. It's going to be a demo there. Sea Hercules on Ginger, and that's going to be a setup for Peyton's shot, but it's going to get denied. But Peyton still has possession on that side.
And back to it. That chip from South Mech will go on the far side of the box through and out. Let's check out these game 5 nerves and listen to some of these teams as they discuss in comms.
Nice. Peyton,
I had to do something cool, so I murdered him.
Nice. Good bump, too. Nice.
Let's
good
go.
bump, man. Yeah, good
Let's
bump.
go. I did it with ball cam on.
Yeah, that was good.
I had a ball cam bump. I demoed Fortnite Kid because he was trying to do something cool, and I bumped other guys.
Alright, I'll go back left, Matthew. Cheat.
Okay.
Nice shot. I'll watch for a bang.
I cannot recover this, you know?
Jesus Christ. My bad. Bro, he just got the perfect hit. Like it popped.
Range.
The corner so good that it popped out to him. Alright. I got.
Well, I'll go back right. I think I got this.
Back post.
I lied.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm just gonna turn.
Round 1.
I didn't expect it to be around him.
I'll turn.
I'm right.
Yeah, I had to watch a demo.
Imagine dying. Haha. Cool. Oh. Payne,
Yeah.
you can.
Go, Peyton. Nice. Go, Matt.
We beat him.
I'm up.
I
I'll
cannot.
try and dunk. I can't. I bumped
I need
him. Kind of
boost.
just Bang. It's fine there. Nice. Here, I'll
Even at 1 here, discounts. Here we go. It's down to business now. 2:15 left on the clock. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking the next person who scores is going to take home a victory, in my opinion. But 2 minutes remaining, plenty of time. And right now, just back and forth we go. As we have a setup, is that going to go? No, great play by Olympic by getting that clear.
Yeah, and you can see South Mech trying to get the bumps to throw that back in their own face, trip over one another. And although it happened to be the case against Olympic there for a moment there, it looked like they adjusted well, but nobody back. It's just Fortnite Expert. What a touch there from Peyton, the shot high! Now Ginger Ace tries to get to it, but Fortnite Expert able to jump on that as well and skim it back on it too. This will fall back into the box. A chance from Skimmit to get there too, but he couldn't quite direct it on net.
Yeah, I saw the follow-up, and then I was like, where's Skimmit? He was patiently waiting back, and this is
Y'all
the
gotta
reason why.
go for the ball.
Y'all gotta go.
Wow.
I
Let's
was
give it a
I
listen
was in
in.
reverse already. I just like I don't know.
All right, we're fine. We still got time.
Yeah,
right.
I'm right. He's there. Oh yeah.
Deal.
They start. Oh,
Oh, what?
he's up. I'm awkward in that. Nice take.
Leaving.
Go again. Oh, alright.
He's on. I'm mid.
Go.
Ooh, I'll go.
Let's flip him to that. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, never mind.
Top backboard. Oh,
Very good. I mean, go, 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 go,
good
go.
shot.
He read that? What?
Okay, good.
It's actually crazy.
Ooh.
15 seconds left. Olympic need to push here as Peyton will try to chip it out to kill time. This is directed towards net. The touch, it's a loose one. Off the crossbar, they make the save. 5 seconds left, and this one will tilt its way down. See Hercules to clear the zone. Olympic tries to get back, but it's in their own net. No, they'll keep it alive. And somehow see Hercules still gonna keep it alive there too. But it hits the ground after all the chances lost. Olympic drop to the comeback effort of South Mech, who said we want a top 4 spot now as they beat Olympic 3-2.
What a series. And I mean, that's after following a Game 5 series itself. And I was like, how is this going to be topped? I knew it was going to be a great series.
Can we make this better?
I didn't think it was going to be that good. What a just series on both.
Incredible series from the get-go there. And I thought Olympic had it there after that Game 3 win. You go up 2-1. You're so confident you're going to close out until you realize that Skimmit's across the pitch and how effective he can be. And then suddenly you start to see Peyton and see Hercules do just a little bit more that made a little bit of the difference.
Well, even Olympic getting Fortnite back, I thought that was going to be the, recipe for disaster for South Mech after, just not having them back. But looks like South Mech held on.
And it could have been a difference maker there to kind of eliminate some of the momentum that they were rolling in the first place. So it's a little bit tough, whatever the circumstances may be. You hate to see it, but we love to see the fact that every single match here tonight, from start to finish, we had a really good time with it and ended with a punch.
Absolutely. Hey, I love Game 5s and Wednesday Night Lights, especially in the last 2 to end on that.
Yeah.
This gets you excited for Week 8.
100%. And next week here, coming up, that's going to be the last week of the regular season. Now, granted, not the last week before we head into the LAN because we'll have those play-in matches as well. So keep tuned to this channel for sure. But to close out the regular season, we know which teams need to step up. South Mech was one of those to try to get a top 4 spot. But we saw Independence get that win too to go above, get above that 12, number 12 mark too. So that playoff line also shifting as we speak.
Yeah, the standings going up and down. You see a lot of, different looks now here going into Week 8. So it's going to be even more exciting next week whenever it's the final week, right?
That's right. And you'll see me on this channel here to close out the regular season next week. So make sure to tune in right here on the CMS Esports and STEM League channel next week. We'll see you then. Good night.